Howdy, folks. Welcome to Mosaic Team 5, our original Starfinder campaign. I am Joe Treff, your DM this evening and most, and joining me are my friends Matt, Dan, Kara, Olive, and Ari. We do have a couple of quick announcements before we get started. It's been a second since we've played, and so a couple of things to catch you up on. First of all, Olive, would you mind just tilting the camera to get the boys a little more center there? And a couple of quick announcements. So first, we're going into 2024. We started this project back in 2019, and so one of the things that is probably pretty helpful to do is to have a little bit of a roadmap for the things that are coming ahead this year. We do have at least 3 original one-shots that are going to happen in addition to Courts of Everest, which will likely run, not likely, well, assuming there is not a TPK, Courts of Everest planning on running for the entirety of the year. Mosaic Team 5 also tentatively planned on running the entirety of the year. There is additionally 3 one-shots. Hey, we're getting up there. This is session 1.
No! Panic.
The 3 original one-shots set in the Alberon universe would be Axe, Wolf, and Woe, which picks up with Alina and the Blood Moon Band of Goliaths in 1473, roughly 7 years before the start of our current campaign and 3 after the conclusion of our first, as they return to the Modrock to compete in the Courtyard of Glory. We are also going to be playing an epilogue to our original campaign called Greater Than Greed. This is taking place just hours after the end of our first campaign and will have the Fate Changers turning their attention to the final threat in Calypsos. This is going to be a very high level, level 18 one-shot. And then the final one-shot that I am planning on running is The In-Between, which is the first backstory one-shot of this campaign, of the current campaign in Alberon. We are going to be joining one of Billy's first adventuring groups as they set out into the woods to deal with a foul beast rampaging across those woodlands.
Is it Billy?
It's Gunter.
Oh!
Those are going to be 3 original D&D games. You're going to see many of the players that you're familiar with. We might have some friends who are going to be joining us as well. So all of that is going to be right here. There will be special sessions that will be happening and kind of aired on YouTube a little bit later. For Mosaic Team 5, there is going to be 1 original one-shot that is currently planned. This is called The Third Ritual. 2 of the ritual stones lay shattered by Mosaic Team 5, but 1 remains. We're going to join a group of hastily assembled specialists from across the PLA as they lead the raid on the Zon Kuthan Joy Clinic to end the cultist threat to the Hollow Husk once and for all. And then there will be a holiday special that will be taking place on or around spooky Christmas.
Spooky times?
The nightmare.
Halloween.
Halloween. So if you take place around Halloween, it is going to be set in UHEX during the drawing down. There'll be more details to come for that. There's going to be a bunch of theme days that are coming up. I know many of the people here know what those are, but you'll hear about those as they come up. Actually, there's one coming quite soon. Mm-hmm. And then finally, I think that.
Fuck Sirenscape.
No.
Hey, no.
No. Although Sirenscape did recently change all of their tools and they look very different, and that does make navigating them a little difficult, Sirenscape.
Good thing we don't use them for our intro anymore.
It would have been really nice to have that heads up. But the only other announcement that I really have for today, we are at Alberon RPG on Instagram and other social media. And with that, we can jump right into our trailer.
Haircuts.
Mosaic Team 5.
Ouch!
Last week.
I've had a haircut in like 2 years.
I just got that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, man.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, but I'm mad
Turn
at
the
you.
music down just a little bit here. Mosaic Team 5. Last we played. You all approach Divers Deep, this subterranean arcade set into a parking garage that had been abandoned in the Hollow Husk, a section of the space station known as Prime Station. You stopped ahead of this arcade using the cover of a long, dilapidated cargo carrier to discuss what to do, unsure of how to approach the dead-end building that had the entire front covered in dozens of humanoid figures that ran the gamut from mannequins to pillows to actual divers. And Gibbs walked out, completely disregarding the initial plan and expressing that, as friends of potatoes, they should be welcome. Instead, the divers backed up, withdrawing slowly into the garage in what clearly felt like a trap. Nevertheless, you pursued, entering the dark space lit with strobing neon blue lights that cast the parking garage in a vaguely underwater feel. Amidst the curtains of plastic kelp suspended from the ceiling, you witnessed divers slowly draw further and further back. This obvious trap still pulling you in past a row of cargo containers that really left you nowhere else to run, to where you were ambushed by a large number of divers who seemed to draw upon each other for strength. You also were faced with a individual a little bit different than the others. Though they were submerged into this virtual reality world, it seemed like they had more control over elements of that existence than the others. They were able to communicate with you, and they were very much against all of you as allies of the usurper, Potato Blue. However, you were able to fend all of them off, and after a tense standoff between Shade and Gibbs in the now lockdown warehouse, Echo reported finding some ventilation shafts well above, which you all made your way into, very aware that Gibbs, near the front of the line, could crop dust the entire party along the way.
I thought it was Shade in the...
Yeah, it was Shade in
So
the front.
Shade then Gibbs, right? Yeah.
No, Shade in the
and
back.
Then
Oh, right,
Bugs.
because the air is pulling past
Yeah.
all of you guys.
Yes, it was that.
Yeah.
That's still why, but
So,
I'm in the back.
Shade, you are in the lead, and as you all crawl down this narrow space to see an 8-foot sort of opening below that peers out into the space, that is where we begin this evening. Give me just one moment here.
So we're already down at the lowest level of the vents, or we're
No.
looking at the
You are
drop?
looking down at the 3rd floor. You have passed a floor.
Yeah.
I believe a couple of you saw it. You had seen this like Dance Dance Revolution style room that had
Right,
these
'cause
kind of...
I think Spice and Shade went down and then went
Doubled back,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now this is the 3rd floor. And then did we get a sense of how many floors we needed?
I believe you did. I believe that you got
Yeah.
the sense that there was 4 floors.
Yeah, because we had looked up, I think, when it was previously a parking garage.
Correct.
We had the schematics from
So
that.
at this moment, Shade, and I'll give up a little visual for everybody else. And though you can see the battlefield here, much clearer on Instagram at AlbronRPG. But you are all located in the top right corner to me, so all the way up over there. Currently, you're looking down. If you look straight down, you are seeing just kelp. But Shade, from where you are, as you kind of angle your head to the side, you can see in this little cusp with your previous perception check, 2 divers who seem to be kind of on the other side of a metallic fence, and then another one who is on this station, this console that seems to be some kind of a podium. And at the moment that their helmet is down, you can tell the helmeted head is turned and oriented towards you. And they seem to be very aware of your existence, and you would imagine another individual similar to the one that you had fought above.
Does it look like a bishop?
It looks...
Because we saw the one bishop that we killed, and then the other
one you guys saw.
Oh, yeah, the chess themed.
I don't remember where you guys got the term bishop from, but that is
They
of your own
said-
design.
No, they said they were the bishop.
I think you may have misinterpreted what they meant, but it's not substantial. It doesn't mean anything. I think it funnily enough kind of feels right.
We did make an off comment when I asked like some question, and you asked me in Bubs' mind, saying, "Who do you know, Bubs, who likes chess?" And I said Molotov. So I think that
Yeah, that might have primed it off. But either way, this individual seems to be one of the more powerful individuals. If the divers are pawns, this one could be considered a rook.
So, Captain, what do you see? And I said, whispered.
Does it seem like they definitely know that we're here, right?
Make a sense motive check.
It's got the -2 to the DC.
In your Android eyes, it kind of zooms and then zooms again.
Give your reroll.
I don't want to use my reroll for something that I'm terrible at.
I'm gonna use my reroll for feelings.
8.
Hard to tell. And as they
8?
you look and like though they are pointing directly at you at this moment, they could be pointing at anything. I mean, you can't really see what's below you aside from the kelp, and so I mean, you don't really know what's around you. You can see some of these strobing lights, and you see there are 2 bright spotlights shining away. That's really what's illuminating him and kind of washing out the details of the face.
And since the lights are facing here, just based on how like light interacts with the world and physics, they probably can't see much past those lights unless they have some sort of like
Whatever they are looking at and pointing at in roughly your direction, though certainly not at you, it seems as if they probably wouldn't visually be able to see you. Yeah, like they're staring right into light and it's just that halo around. But with the helmet over top, they don't really use their eyes anyways.
Yeah. And how long has it been since we entered the vents? Roughly.
At this point. So it is 11 p.m. now.
Because like, basically, Shade's reasoning, we killed one of them. They're expecting us to come through to the next floor. We've avoided the next floor, but at some point they're going to realize that we've entered the vents, so we really don't have the element of surprise, and we need to go quickly to get out.
You've been in the vents for like 5 minutes.
They could think we could have.
You kind of crossed the floor, then moved your way down.
And the vent that we're in, one-way tube to this place, no branchings.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because the next one, presumably, there's another vent somewhere on this side that would presumably go down to the next floor based on what
That would
we
make a lot of sense.
So I whisper to Shade, what do you see, Captain?
There are a few divers ahead. They probably know we're already here. I think our best option is to all attack at once before they have a chance to react. Try to catch them by surprise as best we can.
How are we gonna do that when we're in a chokehold? We can't all attack at once. I can't do shit without hurting you guys.
We're going to exit the vents and immediately engage.
Okay.
Okay, just to be sure, this is not the DDR dance floor. This is the level down from it, right?
2 levels.
2 levels down from the
So
DDR.
so you came down one level, and that was the level that you had all kind of like engaged in that initial fight in.
was number
Then you went down to a level that you never saw the encounter map for, I don't believe.
Yeah.
But it was a vaguely blue themed tiled room that had
The pirate DDR.
perhaps some things suspended above the ceiling, and although actually no, your perception check is really low.
That was the floor that
It did have a pirate
Spice
ship.
and I had gone down.
This is the
to.
floor directly below that.
Skipped that.
Yeah.
And then this
That's what
black
yeah.
kind of thing, and I would say,
to
Shade,
the
you
west.
just see the corner of it probably. You can see that's the ramp going down to a final floor.
Okay, got it.
And you can see a number of different colored lights kind of emanating from there. Quite a few colored lights.
Did they describe the fenced-in area?
No.
No?
The only information we have is what Matt said out loud today.
You're just like staring ahead at Spice.
Is the fenced-in area like? Does it look like just a regular ass fence, or does it look like it could be some sort of
Give me an engineering check.
electrical, like trappy fence?
It's giving me wrestling arena.
Yeah, I'm thinking BattleBots.
Oh,
BattleBots is where I'm going.
interesting.
Dang, that would have been.
But also, Spice has no eyes.
That's still pretty good.
I'm looking up your screen.
You're not even behind me. Echoes.
36?
I'm looking up Echo's jumpsuit.
From where you are, you look around and you can see these fences, certainly real. They seem to be made out of metal. And you can see areas where there is corrosion on them. So it's not like crazy high quality, really meant probably to keep people from running out. And you can tell why, because as you turn your gaze up, you can see like a chandelier of these very complex looking projectors. And one of them is on.
Probably.
And it seems like the tiles that are on this floor, and you can see, though I did try to clean off most of the glitter, and so this is supposed to actually be very clean, markedly clean. So much so, you've seen in the rest of the Hollow Husk, debris, garbage, everything everywhere. The projections to work probably require it to be clean, and so these fences to keep people and things from getting out there. And I would say with that check, as you see that thing and you can tell there's one projector going, you shift as hard as you can to one side, and you see currently the flickering projection of a creature.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's the laser monster battle cards.
Oh.
We're gonna have to fight fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
We were
It literally.
Oh my god!
Dope! Wow!
See, at this moment, there is a
Sick.
diver. They're like emaciated and skinny, and they have like a t-shirt just hanging off their bones. But you do see this series of cards that is arrayed in the podium in front of them, and absolutely, it would imagine, or you would imagine, that one of them is a canyon drake.
Canyon
Does he
Drake.
seem engrossed in playing the game? Or doing something at least?
Bubs can't see.
Okay.
Bubs is looking up Shade's skirt.
She doesn't have a skirt. It's just an exhaust vent.
It's even more personal.
You see into his stomach.
Captain, why don't you lead out of the vent first and we'll follow suit, whatever plan of attack or whatever.
Something is off. There's some sort of game that it looks like they're preparing to play against. Presumably us. When I leave, I'm going to rush them. Try to stay close.
Yes, Captain.
Everyone else, keep your distance. I'm going to try and get into range so that I can hack into their system. Whatever they're doing, the projections may be harmful to us.
Do you think we can project anything? Spice thinks to herself. But also to everyone behind her.
Dropping
directionally.
down from the vents.
Okay. Are you doing so just dropping straight down?
Like, stealthily
Okay,
enough.
that's what I'm looking for. Make a stealth check. Stealthily enough for a stealth
I think
check.
we still have the stealth.
At the moment, like, they're definitely aware that you're in this building.
Yeah.
It's questionable as to whether they know where you are.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So, Shade, you drop into the kelp. You use elements to kind of slide down and keep yourself stable. Right in the middle, it doesn't feel like it's displacing too much, and so you feel pretty hidden. You do notice, make a perception check.
And once I drop down, I'm going to ping to everyone, like, on my move.
Okay.
Perception?
Yeah.
Where is perception? My perception is bad right now. Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
My projection
No, like my
That's
perception. Because I was like, oh.
So,
My eyes needed to focus.
I hate that when they don't like. I swear I'm not blind.
so
Matt did not
Couple
take the eye
things.
for detail feed.
No, he did not.
you see there are two
Nose for
divers
bullshit.
over
It's
here.
Pharaoh and Yugi.
As you angle yourself,
They're
over
waiting their
there,
turn.
You can see in this little lounge area, there seems to be two more.
Okay, so far no Exodia. So
And then-
we're
That's good.
All right, can I hand you these? And they can go anywhere within
Pegasus.
2 tiles of the locker area over there.
Deep cut if anyone watched the actual first episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! And they played tic-tac-toe and sent people to hell.
Amazing.
Damn.
These guys are chatting.
And you can see all of these. And in addition, Shade, there is a brief moment. You said, what was it? Dirty
30.
30.
walking up. Doo, doo, doo.
In this brief moment, there is something about this projection that is very weird. It flickers and it kind of like moves, and you've already seen elements where it seems like they're able to make parts of the game real. They made like this weapon. It might be coming from this person because it sure seems a little bit more substantial than a hologram.
Does it seem like some sort of hard light manifestation?
No, I mean it's unlike anything that you've seen, and that tells you that there might be some Gibbs kind of stuff happening there, but hard to tell. I would say it's definitely not hard light. That's a little bit easier to see.
Okay.
You can see that whatever this is, it goes into these specially poured ceramic tiles that make up the arena, and it seems to It seems to be an element of projection, but maybe something else. You also, I would say, notice there's a number of other divers who are kind of milling around. They seem a little nervous of the individual who's like up on this podium. This one who is currently indicated by a ghoul figurine, that seems to be the one who is facing all of you. And Shade, whatever they were looking at must be right where you are when you begin to look around, because that's where they're looking. They're looking at this
So
kill.
they've like changed their view to
Yes.
follow my their gaze is following me, so I can feel pretty sure that they know we're here. Right.
I couldn't remember what I was thinking.
I'm going to I guess try to stealthily make my way towards this guy, but once I'm caught, I'm gonna just rush him.
Okay.
I'm rushing
How
him.
many miles did you get?
I can go 40 feet.
As
per
Shade drops
turn.
down, I'm just gonna show Spice because she doesn't check her comms. The message from Shade,
Okay.
just
Maybe
saying
40.
like waiting on his mark because I know Spice is right behind me.
No problem.
I know it goes Spice, Echo, then Gibbs last. Okay.
So you pass this communication on as Shade, you begin to take your first couple steps forwards. And as you make it about 20 feet away from that kelp, almost to the stairs, this individual turns and like they point at you. And you can see this, like, they're a little bit less emaciated than the other ones, but still not looking like super fit. They turn and they point at you, and instantly you can see across the helmet these runes just blaze to life. And he turns and says, "Stop! What do you seek?" Do you stop?
I think I would probably. Oh God.
The heart of the cards.
I seek Exodia, the Forbidden One.
No sponsor.
The Shadow Realm sponsored our D&D game.
No, come on, it's hard.
So I feel like I'd probably stop and like pull out my gun and be ready to shoot, but then seeing that it's like it seems like this guy's maybe just kind of almost like an NPC. I don't want to say he's an NPC, but like he's an NPC.
He's so NPC. He's an
Like,
NPC in the game.
You see his nose start splitting. He goes,
Well, it's like
"Do I hear people?"
it seems like he's not the one, because like I saw this person who looked more like the person who was controlling all the others before. So this one seems like, is this a fair assessment without like making a check for it, that like this guy seems like one of the people being controlled rather
Which
than one of the
warpers?
He's not a
controllers?
He seems like a bishop.
Oh.
He's talking to you.
Oh.
And so that would indicate already to you that he's a bishop, although what he's saying is maybe not super congruent for reality. And as you're like focusing, your gun half drawn, again, he says, "I said, what do you seek?
We seek the king.
And who are you to deserve an audience with our king, the ruler of our realm?"
You're on your own, man. You got to do it on your own.
You said on my mark, and we're waiting on the mark.
Deliver the queen.
We are mercenaries.
Sent by who?
Sent by...
Who kind of flipped those around real
yeah.
quick? Sent by Thermaldros. Sent by
Sent by
Atagatash.
the Ice Mage Mazagazi.
Oh shit! Nice. Good
Okay.
notes.
Make a, and in saying this, what are you trying to do? What is your intent here?
Trying to not have to necessarily kill all of the people down here,
Make a deception
and to
check.
get like an actual audience with the
What the f-
This is
person.
where you use your reward.
That's why I
Azagazi?
didn't use it. Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Deception?
Yes.
Where even is that?
Let's go.
Oh.
Is deception a thing in
It's
this?
bluff.
It's bluff.
Bluff.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's been a second. It's been a second.
oh.
I'm just remembering how the dice came right here.
Yeah, right.
I feel like I should do the re-roll because this was I have no bonuses, so. Oh, but they do take a minus to sensing my
do.
motive, so
Minus 2.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
Better than the last one.
15.
Okay. As you look at them, you can see these ruins kind of pulsing and moving, and it's almost like you're seeing like the spinning waiting wheel on a computer. But after a moment, you could see a small smirk cross their face, and they say, "We've had intruders. You must prove your worth if you're to see Brigitte."
Brigitte. I love that.
Brigitte the King.
Will you fight? And suddenly, some of these tiles that lead up to the far opposite platform light up, indicating a path from you
To here.
to there. And you can see those two divers, they like quickly scuttle down the stairs and kind of off and towards the kelp and the other divers that are waiting.
I mean, I guess I have no choice.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I'm gonna come to the rest of the group though. As
And I would say
start
the rest of the
making
group,
my
you guys
way.
can hear this. This guy is yelling this out loud across roughly 80 feet of parking lot.
I'm gonna calm to the rest of the group as I'm making my way to the dais or whatever.
Okay. So you slowly start walking.
Play along for now. And yeah, make my way over.
Okay. So you
And I'm gonna pull out my deck.
all that you receive is the instructions.
Play along.
Play
for
along
now.
for now. So what? How do you
down.
translate that? What are you all doing?
I got big ass
Spice
bodies in my
is
way.
just pushing Bubbles' butt forward. Like, I am tired. Let's just play this fucking game. Go.
Echo's like
Get
preparing,
out of the vents.
like
They know we're here.
somehow rope up a hammock because it seems like they're gonna be in here a while.
Okay, no problem. It's tough because it's sheer metal walls of a vent, but you know you're working on it.
Gives a sticky.
Magnet.
Bubbles, go. We've been invited to fight.
So at the moment, all of you kind of like plugged in there.
Yeah.
Bubbles is keeping you within, which may be a good idea. Hard to tell. Echo stringing up a hammock. But Shade, you cross the path, you
fart.
climb these stairs, and you can see on
So
there's a little
bad.
fart. You can see on the podium there are a stack of these little microchip embedded cards with these colorful pictures on them. You can see a giant looking toad. You see what looks like a man-sized wolf. You see like all different kinds of creatures that are kind of scattered across here. But as you do, the lights fade and just suddenly the two spotlights get even brighter, and it casts the rest of the room into only darkness when they're except for the strobe of the blue lights.
So in front of me, would it be more dark?
Yes.
Okay.
And so in this, you're really seeing primarily from the illuminations of the blue flashing lights. And at the moment, everything else kind of just drops down. And from across the place, Shade, you hear this diver from behind the helmet and the glowing runes, still pointing at you, saying, "What beast do you choose?"
Can I like see these microchips and stuff? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
guessing
They're all
that's what
very,
they are.
very visible. It's not like it's consumer grade electronics here.
While I'm like is there anything that can indicate to me, like if I do a quick infosphere search, like what's gonna be
Make a cultures check.
good,
Yeah.
like-
So actually, what I'll say is this: in this brief moment, you know, he's ready to go. You're sitting here, and you probably don't have a ton of time, so you have time to do something. You could query the infosphere about this game. You could make an engineering check, but you can't do too much. So what is it that you would like to do?
I think I'd rather stick with what I know and do an engineering check to see, like, within these microchips, are there any that are like have more data and thus would potentially be more powerful?
Make an engineering
or,
check.
You know, natural 20.
Oh, you choose the right one.
A couple of things
Yeah.
happen all at once. Ooh. So, as you are trying to look at these chips, and they say, which creature will you choose? And you look down, you see this Stegosaurus, you see all these other things. They're all creatures for what it's worth, but what you do notice is all of them have these little chips that encode them, and you can see there's this clear spot that's indicated where 3 different creatures could be put out on the quote-unquote board. And you look across, and as you look at them, the data sets are all relatively similar. There's slight variations, but really, like, you can go in and read the stats and take a look at that. This is what's really pulling your attention. As you turn your attention across to try to analyze what your opponent has, do they have the same cards? Are they cheating? Are they using like special promo cards? None of the cards that they have are on that space, on any of those spaces.
Someone else is controlling them.
Is it that guy? I bet it's that guy.
you don't get the sense that there is another station. This is a very expensive setup. And you've heard that people have like the home setup where you can put something on a tabletop. To get like a hidden station like this would be a multi-100,000 credit investment, and they probably wouldn't just like hide it away somewhere. You do see this third terminal, and there is an individual standing there, but that seems to be more like a referee station, like whoever would be kind of managing this. If there was staff here, that's where they would be, kind of making sure everything works. You don't get the sense that somebody else is controlling it. And that certainly feels weird.
So it's something that's maybe pre-programmed?
The hour grows late, Challenger. What beast do you choose?
Can I just like pick up one of the
Yeah.
cards, right?
Yeah.
Which ones are in front of him now?
Toad wolf.
There's like a crazy looking toad creature. There's a man-sized wolf. I mean, there's dozens of things. And so, you know, I mean...
Oh, there's dozens?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're fighting against a drake.
Orochimaru. Jiraiya.
I will take the third card from the left.
Okay. Give me 1 second, actually.
I get Kuribo.
Dope.
But wait! I activate my Pot of Greed, which allows me to draw 2 more cards. And I
love how
another Pot of Greed.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You put down a card, and directly in front of you, suddenly this huge flickering to life light, and I would say carrying over from your natural 20, this looks so different from the other projector. You can see this is hard light, a little bit fancier than what you're used to, but still, you can see it cast a glow across the ceramic. The other one doesn't. And this creature gets in, and you can see this canned animation, doom, doom, roar, and it like does this like ready kind of pose. The other one, you can see like one of the wings kind of flitters
More realistic looking.
significantly more.
I'm gonna ping to the group. Something is off with their projections. It's
And you're realizing
More
there's no other
complicated.
divers anywhere near that side of the area. Everybody's kind of like on the other side of the fence, for what it's worth. But you ping that to the rest of the
I
folks.
take a picture of Echo's like, who started like turning around, trying to like, and it's like, wow, wish I could see.
As this is being summoning,
I think I would also, because I can project my view to people now, so I'd give like the live feed of this while I'm like down here, and I guess if you're still up there.
She just like posts it up on Bubbles' ass and like watches lazily.
Okay, no problem.
Move.
Just stick it right in the crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. This being roars and like sinks into this animation. Across from the way, this individual says, "Are you prepared to pay the ultimate price if you fail?
Yes.
Then prepare to duel." And then all of everybody can go ahead and roll for initiative.
I'm having a stroke.
you just gotta get
That was
you just
very
gotta get
Homestar Runner,
You
actually.
gotta get a little small pen and just insert it right into his ear every second.
Paperclip.
Jeez. That seems kind of brutal. All right. So, give me 1 second here.
Got real intimate real fast.
All right. This is not how I anticipated this going.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
one day you're going to the card shop with your uncle, and then
What?
The next day you're casting the Shadow Realm.
yeah, because I believe that's how it started. You
Yeah.
used the uncle or grandpa.
Oh, I haven't ever seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never seen it? I tried to watch it the other, like, maybe like 8 months ago, and it's so slow paced.
It is not worth it.
It's not good.
That's why I have to
no
watch
payoff.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is pretty funny.
Oh, God.
That does
Okay, anyways, anybody natural 20 for initiative?
Oh, that's cool.
We have 25 to 20.
22.
22 for Shade.
18
Okay.
plus 22. So
22 also for Bubbles. All right. Anybody 20 to 15?
19.
19 for Echo. 15 to 10?
11 for Spice.
Ooh, okay. And then Gibbs, are you going to join us?
No, I will, but only at a 5.
Out of 5. That
tracks.
Yeah. So I'm not very fast, nor am I
So-
very motivated to be involved.
The way that this
I
works
roll a
out,
different dice. I
Shade
don't roll
is
that
going
dice
to
very well.
actually be leading us off, followed by Bubbles, followed by Echo, followed by the card master, we'll call him, followed by Spice, followed by Gibbs, followed by everybody else coming in just under Gibbs.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So, Shade, in this brief moment, he says, it's time to duel, and the lights, and like all of a sudden things start flaring around. You could hear a couple of people like yelling off in the corner, and this like Drake seems to tense and get ready, and your monster continues to back and forth, back and forth. What would you like to do? In front of you, you see the options: attack, defend, draw.
Ooh.
How many do you have in your hand?
0.
They're on my
You're dead.
little disc or whatever.
whatever they're called.
The hand folds in instead of the blade coming out.
Yeah.
It's just the dual deck.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Shit, I didn't know you could do that.
This comes standard.
And then my voice gets really deep and my hair goes like,
Yeah, it turns into this like fan.
yeah.
And no one notices.
I don't
Yeah, no one
understand
comments, it's not
any
weird.
of the game at all.
Correct.
I'm gonna draw another card. It's
Okay.
like,
So Shade, like all of this happens and you just draw and
and I have my actual gun ready too because
Yeah.
I didn't put it away.
flipping up, you get the space donkey card, and you can see this donkey comes out. He's laden with all kinds of asteroids and different things that are lashed to him, and you can see defensive specialist. This card.
Do they have like can I read like the status effects or anything?
Vaguely, like you can see these little symbols, and you don't really know what they mean. You can see the defensive stat because there's a little sword and a little shield. Little sword, not very high. Little shield, very high on this card.
Okay.
But that is what you draw.
Is that an action?
We'll call it a swift action.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
Ooh.
What are my actions within the game outside of like?
At the moment,
Regular
just
ass
attack
shit.
and defend, but you can see there's space on the console where other buttons might appear should effects take place.
Okay. Do I know what the stats of this guy are?
So looking down,
sword and
this
shield
individual
stats, at least?
pretty evenly dispersed. You can see like 1200 between these two stats.
Okay.
There seems to be this like little, almost like, what's it called? You know that thing that shows up in like cartoons when you get real mad?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what
Oh,
that's
yeah.
called.
Oh yeah, the anger.
Yeah, the
Little,
anger
like,
thing.
yeah.
It looks like that
Like the
over like a
primate
very
thing.
generic looking face.
Primate thing.
Yeah.
Very much like the primate thing. Yeah, and you don't know what that means.
Okay.
It's got rage.
It's like some sort of frustration or.
Maybe. What are you doing?
Or it's sexually frustrating.
I'm gonna defend.
Okay.
I draw my card and I place my whatever this guy is in the defense position and end my turn.
So you see from like the ready stance, suddenly he just goes and just slams his hands and he fades back a little bit. That is, you still have movement if you would like it, Shade.
Can I free action calm to Bubs? Do you know anything about this game?
You know games.
Free
right?
action, no problem. You send this, and it's just a screenshot of what Shade is seeing right now, and you see this deluxe laser monster card arena setup. But that is your turn, Shade, and Bubbles, it is your turn. Echo, you're on deck.
Bubs is gonna free action. Message Shade. No, I'm sorry. I don't know this game. I guess should we come down?
That is your free action, no problem. What else?
Jeez.
I'm just going to just peek out. Not like
Gonna stop all of our turns.
I thought you jumped out already.
I can.
You told us to wait.
Yeah, you told us to wait. That's the thing.
No, it said that.
It was very vague.
It was pretty vague, yeah.
Very vague.
You said play along.
This is your second in a command. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Bubbles, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm just doing this. I'm going to take out my little makeup mirror that I had when I used to look through the door, and I'm just gonna shine it to see if I can see. Or no, I can just look through the grate.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make a plan of where I'm going to land.
Okay.
In case I am pushed out by
Okay.
Spice.
So feeling Spice, like the communicator getting shoved further and further into your backside, you will need to move at some point. So you start
So
planning.
actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna have my rope, the cable,
Okay.
and I'm just going to get ready to drop slack for it.
Okay.
Get
You have that
ready
in your
for
hands
what?
prepared and ready to go.
And
So
I'll,
no
I'll
problem.
like tie it to like one of the vent grills or something. Something
Okay.
that's sturdy, hold it so we can have a silent drop. if
No
we have
problem. You have your silent drop ready to go, Bubbles. Echo, what would you like to do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
You are in the back. Gibbs right behind you. You have 0 feet of movement available to you.
things you can do.
Anything you'd like to prepare?
Echo doesn't understand what's going on, I don't think. Echo's probably delivered a couple of decks of these. Does Echo know what this is?
Make a free cultures check.
Sweet. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You may not have delivered these cards, but you've certainly seen advertisements for them. Yeah, Laser Monster Card Arena. It's a bunch of monsters fighting in
Back
cards.
in the day.
Cool, that's all I know. Alright, I know of this game.
There you go. That is Echo's turn. You are knowledgeable.
Wow.
So that brings us to this
Dan.
for you,
That's an
Shade, this creature like bunches, and you can see like the muscles begin to bulge, and everything happens in slow motion before it launches itself. And you see underneath these ceramic tiles crack slightly, as this is almost certainly real, and it propels itself through your creature, and it is going to fly.
It's going straight for me, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh, for
Okay.
Oh, it's got flying.
And so,
Dead.
as I said, these two guys
So Shade
settled down.
dies.
Oh, they were gone. Okay.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
gone.
this is Magic the Gathering rules.
And so he's gonna land right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Is he
Okay.
gonna attack right?
Rip.
Play Magic.
And so he just
Do you play Magic?
lands. The rock kind of crumbles down to the side, and those little bits of electronics, the little bits of like cell shading, they just away. And this is almost certainly a very real canyon drake. And as it rears back, it is going to take attacks against you. The tail whips around. Shade does a 22 hit.
KAC or EAC?
KAC.
Neither. Nope. Doesn't.
Alrighty. And then the tail just right off your armor. It wheels around and with a roar attempts to bite you, and that's going to be even less. So Shade, you like fly backwards, and as it reaches and snaps, you feel spittle. This thing is real. And you can see in this moment around it, these little runes that dance around the neck like a collar that seems to be almost the same color and style as what that individual has, just blazing across his helmet. But this Drake threatens you directly over top.
The Drake has a helmet like that?
No.
Got a
He has a
collar.
collar.
Oh, the collar.
Correct.
Okay.
So that is the Drake's turn. That brings us to the Code Seer. So this
I don't care about Magic the Gathering.
individual, this individual, I think, is going to look over to the left, and they gesture very casually, and you can see the little runes just displace from the helmet and just explode into the darkness, and it seems to hit the group of 4 divers over there, and they all, you can see the little lights along the side of their helmet just glow brightly, and it seems to give them some kind of a buff. That is going to be their turn, and that brings us to Spice. Spice, you are behind Bubbles. Bubbles is all that stands between you and whatever. You can hear roaring and crushing stuff.
The
What do you want
live
to do?
footage of the fucking dragon coming
Yeah.
to my face.
Okay, so Spice
Is this the
watches and hears the screech of the dragon, and she goes, "Your captain's gonna get himself killed." And then she rolls back and puts both of her heels onto his ass and pushes with all of her might.
So I was ready with this.
You are. So you're just going to slide down?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You accept these heels directly into your backside.
Not the first time.
Yeah.
And they just, you slide out.
This wasn't intended to feel good. It was intended to feel bad.
Free action, no problem, because you had it prepared. You land in the kelp. Like you are propelling down from a helicopter. It looks cool. It feels cool. If it wasn't for the fact that you are bleeding from your butt right now, you would be feeling pretty great.
I mean, that's just Tuesday.
Yeah, they're very much like itemized
Actual
for combat.
stilettos.
So, Spice, are you dropping down?
Yeah.
Okay, so you down and you land in this kelp right next to Bubbles. You can see everything that is happening. This Drake just snapping and biting. What do you want to do?
I'll say, I guess that was like a move action, right?
Yeah.
All right, the rest of my move action, I'm gonna double move here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go right for this guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. So you drop down after
I don't know what I'm doing.
after kicking bubbles
I'm
out.
doing fucking something.
And then you rush forwards towards this individual, and for what it's worth, their attention very focused forward. That is your turn, Spice.
Yep.
All right, Gibbs.
Gibbs finds the rivets of where like sheet metal meets sheet metal.
Yeah.
This is not designed to hold human weight or whatever. Gibbs is gonna try and just can opener it. It's not very stealthily, but she doesn't feel like she has to be.
Sure, make an attack roll.
Just wants to open the.
Make a melee attack
Still
roll.
want stealth.
They know we're here.
They know
Yeah,
we're
no,
here.
they
Like,
know we're
what
here.
the we're fucking fighting?
Yeah.
What did you ask for? An attack roll?
This would be a melee attack roll.
Yeah, you.
12
A 12.
on the
That
right?
hits.
True.
Now, what can you make? What can you do for damage? I believe.
Not much.
Can't
Is
you
it
just,
more than one?
No, it's negative
Can't
one.
you
My
just go
unarmed
through-
strike, but I don't know what my bite does. My bite would do more. I just don't know what it does.
Okay, so look that up.
Okay.
An arm strike is 1d4.
I
I have a
imagine you're
bite.
going based on the HP. I think you're probably going to need 2 bites, but we'll see.
Yosoki, Starfinder.
Can you
Bite.
also? Kara had a good
Halfling
point.
rolls? Can you go
Can
through
you go
space?
through?
Yeah. For Yosoki, very
1d3.
specifically, they can share space for knowledge.
So you could just go through Kara
Yeah,
through.
that would-
Oh, I thought we couldn't.
You can.
You can.
You can- you
Your
can.
character
Oh,
has-
I
You're
can?
small.
You're small.
Oh, okay. I thought this was designed that I couldn't. Like, because we had that issue in the last.
couldn't,
Okay.
No.
But you could.
Oh, okay. Can I back up then a little? Sorry. Me, Ariana, thought I couldn't.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so you squirm and like Echo, you're pressed up against
Echo,
the top. Yeah.
just flattens to the side to get like a little grease on them.
But Gibbs, you get your little Yosoki paws on the edge. You poke your head
Yeah.
down. You see Spice. You see
Can I
Bubbles.
go from drop down from grate? There's like scaffolding to support all the bullshit that's on the ceiling.
Vaguely, it's not like great, but yeah,
Is there any way I could like?
yeah, for
On the
sure.
ceiling?
Now, keep in mind, the
Yeah.
ceiling is like, it will be a good drop should you fall, but you can absolutely use your athletics to climb.
Can I
the
use my
rope.
acrobatics to
There's a
climb?
rope.
Probably not.
Can I climb with the rope?
I mean, you can.
Okay. Here's how I'm gonna do
That's
this.
an
Joe.
athletics check.
The rope that I left for the team.
And then I'm gonna like link the end of the rope to scaffolding, so I can use the rope to.
So
like,
you want to lasso the scaffold.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Great.
So go ahead and make an athletics check. I would say, given the distance and what you're trying to do, that's a -4 conditional modifier. It's not terribly far.
So -5 conditional modifier is what you're telling me.
It sounds like it.
So that's a whole 7.
So you watch as Gibbs takes this rope and just tosses it. And Gibbs, with your little Yosoki paws, you need to get a good throw. So you throw with all your might and let go, and just watch as that rope just goes.
Oh.
And it just kind of onto the ground. And you probably should have
Throw
held
the
it.
life preserver, but not holding. Yeah.
Great. Can I just fall?
Fall.
G-R-A-T-E
Do you either like
or
fall off the back?
Like, I'm like, oh, that didn't work. Well,
Gibbs, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you poof onto the ground. And these strobe lights
heal.
kind of. Yeah, it's not ideal. You look up, you can hear this Drake just like snapping at Shade. And you're down there now. Anything else, Gibbs?
no, I feel like I've done enough.
I feel like it's great.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the diver's turn.
Ugh.
For the divers, these guys are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10,
Excuse me.
15, 20, 25,
Sorry.
30.
Just bring in
Back a little
some
bit,
acting.
too.
It's called acting.
Yeah. It's like I fell and literally just burped.
Watch a play.
They are going to be skirting along the edge of the ramp.
Are they doing that aggressively?
They're running, so yeah, they're like full sprint to do this.
The Buddha running.
I was gonna say arms out back like this. They all
like,
have
oh,
impossibly
running.
high hair.
And you can see like all of them moving over to the group. Now this group bunching up in the corner, and they don't seem to really want to approach this like situation, but they're there. They're like the group in the fight scene that are like all around the corner, like, yeah, get him. But at the moment, kind of like keeping their distance. That is the diver's turn. That does bring us to the top of the round. Shade, this creature right over top you, snapping at you. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move action, defensive step. Actually, first I'm gonna attack within range.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna move action, defensive step.
cool. So make your attack roll. And this is with your laser monster card arena cards.
No, this is with my
Because that's what you're holding.
Swift action, activate my.
Okay, cool.
My arm
Probably does more
blade.
damage. So
Yeah.
you, the cards fold into your arm, and the blade out, and you were almost able to use them, but maybe next time.
And that's going to be a 23 to hit.
23 against KAC.
Yes.
Who are
That
you
is-
attacking, him or the
I'm
dragon?
attacking the fucking dragon that's up in the boots.
You swing, and
attack
it
him.
just right off the hide and doesn't even dig in.
Dang.
Not enough.
Cool. I'm gonna then use my move action to. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, move action. I'm actually gonna just do. I'm gonna pull out. What's the thing? The adaptive fighting.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna use mobility.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm just activating that.
The programming just hums to life. The exocortex begins to spin and whir and get hot in the socket. But that is your turn, Shade.
Yes.
Alrighty. You put the cards away, you bring out your weapon, and Bubbles, what would you like to do? Echo, you're on deck.
Seeing as Spice
Still have the
is
cards
running up to maybe disturb this guy who's playing a game, I'm gonna move up to him, and he's not gonna stop Spice. But he's realized that he's gotta like lead with like something that Spice wants. So I'm gonna just go up to Spice, and on my info here, I'll pull up the next.
desires.
Yeah, I'll pull out the next model of the cocktail maker that they had at me Goodmari's apartment,
Okay.
and I'm gonna show her the projection of it on my hand. Beep, let's not attack this person. And also look at this deal. Like, isn't this a great deal? Like, Beep, like I think maybe if like if we like we just watch this battle and like we could do some shopping and we could figure out something we could get, because I want to get some cleaning stuff and like
Oh, honey, do you think I'm gonna go after the player?
I don't know. Sometimes you got this look in your eye like you just my butt still hurts.
All right. Anything else, Bubbles?
I think my action will just be to keep up with Spice.
Okay, no problem. That is your turn, Bubbles. Echo, what would you like to do? Gibbs, underneath you.
Let go of the sides. Trust fall.
Okay, you trust
There's
fall.
no one here to catch you.
Gibbs is there.
Trust fall for flavor, actually jumping down.
Yeah. And so, are you? How far can you follow that taking damage?
Probably the same as everybody else.
Oh.
There's
Because I have
soft
no-
kelp.
No special.
There is soft kelp. You do take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall and really kind of buckle your knees on this slightly uneven surface, but you were down there. What else, Echo?
Stumble out of the kelp.
Okay, you stumble out of the kelp.
And how much movement speed would you say that I have left? 'Cause I'm assuming difficult terrain.
No, it's really not difficult terrain to get through it. So that's only 15 feet. So however far you want to go.
Sweet. Full movement,
Okay.
which is, hold on, counting has to happen. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. That's 100, 105, 110, 120.
Echo's fast.
Echo's gonna just get to the other side of the map entirely and stand behind that hill.
Okay. So you just dart across there, and you.
Everyone's
make your
just like
way.
their hair is going, but like that no one notices.
Yeah.
Bubbles, you're just like, wait, Spice, stop! And as like Spice turns, Spice just doesn't see like Echo just go around the other side and
It's
just
a very dramatic
explode
turn.
through.
She
Yeah,
turns to look at you and just the hair
Yeah.
flies
Yeah.
past.
exactly. And Echo, you are already on the other side. You go blazing past this individual who turns and seems to sense you as you go. You go past these lockers. You go past this big fake lighthouse, and you make your way into this other field of kelp. You can also see right in front of you, there is this ramp, and this goes down to another floor. You can see from your vantage point what looks like maybe arcade machines, a number of like old arcade cabinets, and then beyond that, all kinds of like laser lights and strobes, and there is this of like artificial smoke, all kinds of stuff happening down there.
Is Echo able to see any more divers from down there?
I would say you don't. It seems a little bit emptier down there.
Might be able to do something with this retraction.
Okay,
Although, does full movement take up all things?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay, so that is your turn, Echo. You look down the ramp. That brings us once again to our buddy, the Canyon Drake. So this creature right in front of you rears back, and again, since it doesn't even have to move, it's going to take 3 attacks against you.
Oh, God.
That is a D12.
Cool. You like that?
Okay.
That is
That's
going
good.
to be a 39 to hit.
Yeah, that one's good.
Okay. So as he reaches back and snaps his jaws around you, Shade, you are going to be taking 22 points of
Bite damage.
piercing damage. As this bites into you, you feel the teeth dig into the mechanics, and it tries to shred you. And even as it does, you feel these huge claws get up on you and attempt to swipe. That is going to be a 37 to hit.
Yeah.
Shade, that is going to be a grand total of 21 points of slashing damage. And then finally, as it like holds you up with this claw, you see the tail come back, and almost like a rattlesnake, it and then comes forward like a talon. And that is going to be a natural 20.
No, God.
So, Shade,
just got one
you are
hit.
taking,
I've never been so happy. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry, Matt.
you are taking
Gibbs has never been so.
Gibbs has never been so happy.
43 points of piercing damage as this thing just drives straight into your internals through many elements of the defensive mechanism, and you can feel it just pulses, and this thing seems to almost like shatter inside you, and as the tail pulls away, parts of the stinger are broken off and like inside your body. Every time you shift and move, you feel those little flechettes just kind of like sink deeper in. How you feeling?
Not great.
Yeah, but like rears back again, and you can see the head like flails around, takes this brief stock, and you can see for just a second is looking at this other beast that is still like defensive position on the battlefield. Seems to not seem too interested in that, but that brings us to the Code Seer. So across the way,
I do not believe this is a projection.
it certainly doesn't seem like a projection at this point. The Code Seer is going to look behind them, seeing Echo just run across. Echo, go ahead, make a reflex saving throw.
This is the Code Seer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. With a dirty 20, for just a moment, as you are running breakneck speed, you are just barely able to see the tiles in front of you shift and suddenly become almost like tar, and you leap over them and imagine that you would have lost quite a bit of movement if you had not, but you just go right over top, and he seems to be unable to kind of shift reality in the way that he wants. He is going to, for movement though, because he's awfully unhappy here, just hop down and walk 10 feet further forward. And so now across this little field, you can see this guy begins to make his way across this blazing runes all across his helmet, just and every time they pulse, you can see they pulse on the collar of this Drake as well. But that is a Code Seer. That brings us to Spice.
Okay.
Spice, you see in front of you, this guy just like drops off the ledge, lands at the bottom, and then begins to walk towards the action happening across.
Kind DM, there is no break in this fence.
There's not.
Annoying. Okay.
Like you're climbing.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go up to the top of the stairs
Bubs, throw me.
and I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna light up this code seeker because I can't reach Shade, unfortunately.
So what are you doing?
I'm going to take a deep breath, and as she does, she feels the oxygen and flaring the, what?
I mean, I said I'd keep up with you.
Is that are you using your held
as the
action?
ready action.
Yeah, because if you're gonna attack this guy, I'd try to stop you.
Okay, well, you see her she's taking a deep breath, you see the smoke coming out of her nostrils, and I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay,
with
make
my
your attack roll. Go ahead and make I'll say, Bubbles, make a reflex saving throw, and if you can out-reflex him, you can go ahead and jump in front of this blast and really just do my job for me.
Yeah, you trying to kill yourself?
I mean,
I don't understand what you're doing. But don't tell me, because that's metagaming.
Okay.
Because he's following orders.
I know.
My order wasn't to just let us
It was to play along. It was to let you die.
until fucking we get it.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 19.
okay.
Plus,
So,
sorry.
no worries. Reflex
6, so 25.
25. They are just a little bit, you can't get in front of them. They seem to be able to move pretty quick. And in this moment, as the fire explodes out and around, what is the DC for that?
Well, it's a hit, and then you make a save.
Oh, okay.
You make a reflex save.
So
So it was a dirty 20 to hit.
against?
I guess EAC because it's fire.
Dirty 20 against EAC is going to be a miss.
Wow, lame.
Yeah. So as this fire goes across, now does that hit you?
I got a 26.
No. But what's your EAC?
It's more than
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd
more
be
than
more
that.
than
Yeah. So no worries. You blow this fire across, and it hits Bubbles and Bubbles. You have to like fling this fire out, but it doesn't seem to do too much damage to either.
Oh, wait a second for half damage.
Oh, there you go. Roll
Oh,
damage.
nice. Not a single save.
No.
Nice.
11 points, so it'd be 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. So
Yeah.
the code seer takes 5 points of damage, and you can see as it like goes towards him, the way that he's able to dodge part of it is just at that moment he turns and brings his arm up, and suddenly just the air shifts and a fire hydrant appears and just takes that damage. It like melts part of it down and it clangs onto the ground, but they continue to just make their way across.
Does the crowd seem like angry at all?
You have no idea without making a check. They're over in the corner over there.
Yeah.
Anything else, Spice?
That's everything I can do.
Alrighty, that brings us to Gibbs and then the divers. Gibbs, from where you are over in the kelp, you see Spice and Bubbles up on that podium.
Gibbs is also seeing Shay get kind of fucked up.
Yeah, you feel it.
So, and Gibbs feels that even though she's not super happy. So Gibbs is gonna kind of run to this corner and like either use the fence or whatever this thing is to like get up there and just wants to make like a fucking racket, seeing that the beast is starting to look for other targets. And it's just gonna be like, I'm a tasty rat! Yummy! Ah! Yummy! And just like, just, you know, appeal to the primal nature of this drake that I am below it on the food chain
Okay.
Also,
to try and get
Make
it
a survival check.
Great, I love survival.
Turns out Isogi are actually
The
above
survival
on
is
the
gonna help me
food
not
chain.
survive. It's like I can't take 60 points of damage.
it goes all the way back around. It
Drake.
completes the circle.
Yeah, it's like rock, paper, scissors.
15.
15. Okay. So you yell out, making as much noise as you can, thrashing around, shaking the kelp to make as much commotion as you can. Unclear as to whether or not that worked. Anything else, Gibbs?
Can I mind thrust somebody? Or are we good? No, yes.
For what is mind thrust? It's a
It's a kiak. It's an action.
no. If it's an action, no.
Okay.
Anything else, Gibbs?
I'm gonna token spell and make myself smell good, like tasty. I'm gonna make myself smell like barbecue.
Okay. Barbecue
Barbecue.
wafts across. That is your turn, Gibbs. That brings us to the divers. So
A little.
the divers who are here are gonna make their way over to the rest of their group. We'll see. Move up here. Slow. Okay. I think he's probably going to find here.
He's just like a normal ass guy.
He's just the janitor. No, they're all yeah, they all seem to be divers. That one seems to be maybe like he is probably there as kind of like a false herring. But they all shift over, and I would say, Shade, in this brief time as you are like dodging and fighting with this, there are times where they kind of take a couple steps forward, but then as soon as the Drake moves, they're terrified of it, and they're waiting for something to be a little bit more decisive before they get involved. Okay. But that is their turn. That brings us to the top of the round, and to you, Shade. Bubbles, you're on deck.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my. So I have a question.
Sure.
Can I interact with the card system via my exocortex?
You imagine probably.
Because it's a computer console.
Yeah, you imagine probably. You haven't done it, and so you don't know, but yeah, all the technology exists.
Okay, using my exocortex action, I'm going to try and use the console to do the attack action.
Okay.
While that's happening, I'm going to use my standard action to overload the collar on the Drake.
Okay.
And move my move action to, I believe, 40 feet this way.
Okay, no problem. So, in this moment, as you turn and you can see that this creature has this glowing collar, you try to use, first of all, your exocortex action, you cast attack. This creature goes from this to, and it begins to stomp forward. It goes 15 feet forward, this hologram.
Forward?
Yep.
Into Shade?
It's a hologram.
It's a hologram.
Oh.
This is truly a hologram.
Okay.
And then as you kind of turn and you try to overload the collar, nothing happens.
It's magic. It's a witch warper.
You do remember when you overloaded the helmet, that seemed to prevent it from using some of its abilities, but this collar does not seem to be technology. This seems to be purely the expression of magic.
Damn. Okay.
But you make your way out into the cross. You cross the space. He is heading towards you, and you are set to meet in the middle. You can hear Gibbs off to the side.
So
and then you smell barbecue. But that is your turn, Shade. Yeah. Alrighty, Bubbles, what would you like to do? You kind of shake some of this stuff off you.
Can I just do a sense motive check to see if people are okay with us attacking this one guy, or people whispering cheater or anything like
Sure.
that?
Yeah, make a sense motive check.
I just want to get a feel of the crowd.
No, I think that's a great idea.
That's a natural 1.
Natural 1? Oh man, you can't see them, and so that instantly, Bubbles, they're probably plotting against you. I mean, you're worried. You have no idea, but indecisive.
10 hamsters instantly.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say to Spice, babe, I don't know if this is, like cheating at the casino. I think they might be really, really mad. They were mad then too, but I don't know if this is a good idea.
Has cheating ever stopped me? And she clinks her cards and all of her cheating gadgets together, and you just hear them all jangle in her pockets.
You've won.
Yeah.
16 aces come out.
Yeah, she just, all the dice is roll 20s.
You flash 5 queens.
Yeah.
Bubs is just gonna sit there quietly, and he's just gonna mentally, I'm gonna trigger an attack based on if Spice, if there's any indication from any of these people that cheating is okay, then Bubs will attack.
Okay, no worries.
The monster's out of
game,
out of the arena.
That is
There's a
your
real ass
turn,
monster.
Bubbles,
That's
and that
already
brings us
against the
to
rules.
Echo. From where
I don't know
you
how
are,
these people
you
play. There's
leap
also a
over
level of
this
meta.
strange tar stuff that shifts on the ground. You land on the other side, and you can see the divers running away from you. What do you want to do?
Do they look like they're gearing up for an attack, or do they just look like they're
They're all holding weapons, and you can see various makeshift pieces of melee weaponry.
So yes. Echo is going to run their full movement forward. That's 60, so it's 12 squares.
Okay.
Not their full movement, but their normal speed.
Yeah. Their full normal
7,
speed.
8, 9, 10. You can get up to here with
Nice.
12, I believe.
Let's go then 11.
Does the dragon take an attack of opportunity from Shade from moving?
It could have.
It could have, but it's not going to.
You really
One
want Shade to
to
die.
the right.
Just being honest.
Yeah.
I take a lot of attacks of opportunity.
And as Echo's running, they pull out an anti-gravity grenade.
Oh, fun!
They're going to attempt to lob it at the group. Here's hoping.
I believe in you.
Don't believe too much. That's
Damn.
a 12.
A 12. So as you take this, sorry, you're lobbing a grenade.
I'm lobbing an anti-grav grenade in the general direction of the people.
So
I'm not
first
aiming
of
it
all,
at anybody. Just
The general
toss it.
direction. Love that. Love that journey for you.
Well, that
DM
just
is like,
means,
that's a
like,
gift, please.
You choose, I think for grenades, you choose the spot.
Yes,
and
you
then
choose the intersection of the grid, but I love just lobbing in general. Okay, so
Echo's not
Kara's
proficient
not
with grenades.
choosing.
where you throw the
Freehand
grenade,
drop 'em.
you like chuck the grenade. You're like, I'm gonna clear this out. I'm gonna get it far away from me. You throw it, and as you do, this guy like brings his like weird makeshift sword back, and it just perfectly clinks it off. It bounces, ricochets off this wall, and then rolls to this guy's feet. As it hits this cross section right here. What
That's
is the
actually a good
area?
spot.
It's not a bad spot.
Yeah, it's not a bad
It's
spot.
not a bad spot. I just wanted to catch some people.
What is the area of effect?
10 feet. It's one step.
10
to 2
foot
rounds
radius?
of anti-grav.
So that is going to be this gentleman, this
Those
gentleman, this
5.
gentleman, this gentleman, and this gentleman. All
Ooh,
5
an
of those.
anti.
Nice.
That is.
And so that is, I believe, a reflex
Yeah,
save.
that
correct?
is a fun one.
Reflex save, correct?
Yes, reflex save.
Okay. So,
Tily bits.
Rings.
oh boy.
If they
Effect rings.
don't make it.
Yeah.
The highest one is a 19.
Okay, that passes.
The next highest one is a 16,
Passes.
15,
Passes.
and then the only one that I'm sure is going to fail is a 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything below a 13.
Yeah.
It's
So-
only mark 2.
So that is one only is going to fail, unfortunately.
Sad day.
And I'll say it's the guy who hit his feet.
This guy?
He gets the
Funny.
full brunt. Yeah. He kind of rolls over that. And there's a brief moment where everything slows down and he's like, I can be a hero. And so he like half goes to fall on it, but then part of him is like, I don't want to die. And so he ends up just kind of squatting over it and it just blows straight up. He like goes end over end, up and up and up, and just kind of lands like floating in the sky, upside down,
If
a little bit
successful,
discombobulated.
They automatically gain enough bearing to fly, can move at half speed along any surface on which it was already standing, and can take guarded steps.
Oh, I love that.
And can
Oh,
move
wow.
along that surface as though the surface had sufficient hand.
Damn.
So you
Love
just
that.
blessed this
So
character?
this one guy upside down, the other guys.
No.
On to everyone
That's the
else.
people who were successful
Correct.
on the save. So
That's
I blessed
success.
4
Great.
characters.
Oh, shit.
So all of a sudden, 4 of the divers start flying. One of them turns upside down. The rest of them seem to be in pretty good control over their movements. But no problem. You have flying enemies now.
Whoops.
Anything else, Echo?
Wow.
Free action curse.
Free curse. That is Echo's turn. That brings us to the Canyon Drake.
Whoops.
I'm so tasty. Look at me. So
Maybe they'll think I'm helping
scrumptious.
them.
Well, I put
Yeah, maybe you're on
I
their
put my
side.
card in the attack position, so I think it's probably okay.
So yummy.
This Drake is going to turn.
I'm so tasty.
Gibbs, it seems like your roll was not quite high enough.
Damn.
As it turns and leaps and spins and slams down right in front of you, Shade.
No!
Nice. That's within my magic, though.
And as it lands, the tail comes back, and you can see it has to kind of catch itself a little bit. It only can make one attack, but
This is a natural 20.
it's not a natural 20, but it is going to be a 35.
Yeah, it is.
And
I might be
you
dead.
are going to be taking. Where do my d6s go? You are going to be taking only 13 points, close to minimum damage. As the stinger doesn't quite break off, it jabs into you, and as the little bit snaps away, the little flechettes just shatter and fall out and don't seem to dig too far into your flesh,
There's not much flesh left.
into your being. But that is all that the Drake can do. That brings us to the Code Seer. So,
He's distracted by the smell of barbecue, and his tummy goes.
no. So, I think what he's going to do is he's going to step forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, that's done. It's just under the Drake. And as a swift action, you watch as he takes one hand and then the other, and just and these 2 electronic looking like partially real hard light swords just appear in his hand. And they seem to be almost like these little like hook-looking swords at the end, but they kind of flash these and they're ready to go next round. That is their turn. That brings us to Spice. Gibbs, you're on deck.
Spice is going to see how Shade fucking limped onto the field. Oh wait, I can't.
Shade's foot's like still on the podium.
She's going to. How tall is this? 10 feet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take this damage by jumping down or whatever.
I think you don't take damage for 10 feet.
Oh, nice. Okay, so 5, 10.
That's like it's like 9 feet. It's right on the cusp of what would cause damage. So
All right, on to the battlefield
Like sit
now.
on the edge and drop
yeah,
down.
basically.
She's gonna see Shade just leaking oil and go, Shade, hold on, you can do it! And I'm gonna not grant you inspiring boost, but I'm gonna give you hurry. So you get an extra move action to get the fuck out of there! Get the fuck out of there!
You hear from behind, and you can see as this creature like brings the tail back to strike again. Spice is right behind. But anything else, Spice?
That's everything I can do. my
Alrighty.
guy.
Gibbs, you smell like barbecue and you hang from the rafters. What would you like to do?
I'm hanging from this fence, and I'm gonna hop the fence
Okay.
into the ring as well.
Gibbs has entered the ring.
Getting close enough.
Yeah, does it say it on like a banner?
Sure.
Like at a hockey game?
And I'm just gonna sort of line myself up there. Oh wait. Do I want to do that? How do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'm gonna wisp ally. I guess I'll wisp ally this dude.
Okay, so you hawk that loop, you wait, you're not quite sure who to do this to. Then you see the guy with these two glowing swords and you hawk the loogie at him.
Yeah, and so that's gonna give Shade, if he chooses to attack that guy or whoever attacks it first, +2 to hit its AC.
So you could see this gross, goopy thing that every time he like flashes the sword, he goes to take a step forward and it kind of pulls him back a little bit. It fights against him. Anything else, Gibbs?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make a racket
Okay.
and be like, "That's not fair! How dare you!"
That brings us to the diver's turn. So, I forgot. So all around here, there's one who's like upside down, floating like end over end. They're like weird little like toga that has been sewn together from various t-shirts that were like ripped apart and rejoined, like falls over their face. And the rest of them though, as they float up, you can see a few of them are like, did you cast that? No. Did you cast that? No. And like, they're just like flying, but they turn, and now that they can fly, one of them just goes, hell, we could take them. And they begin to soar over the fence, full Peter Panning it. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're still slow as shit. So they're gonna have to fully move.
Who are they taking?
Shade. Shade's the challenger.
They're actually not aware that Echo is there yet. And so they are floating over.
Stealth didn't work to our advantage.
What happens to the guy who failed?
He's just floating there for 2 rounds.
Okay.
And he's not able to like grab on anything or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically just holding like a baseball bat, and that's all he can do.
He's trying to he's got like an oar trying to right himself, but just like
Going around in a circle.
There's
So
nothing he could grab onto.
Every now and then, he's just like spinning around. You hear clang as his bat hits the rafters, but he's really not doing too much. The rest float over the fence and they fly into the arena. However, they're unable to take attacks. The only person I think who's going to attack
I kind of love what
Echo?
happened.
This one guy right here is going to turn and he'll go for you. And this guy right here, he'll turn. As he runs, you see his hip like bumps some of the switches. And on the battlefield, there are these little like bushes that appear for a second, then like little butterflies fly across. And then all around everybody, you can see the health, like the different stats are projected now on the floor. You can see around Spice and around Shade, it's just like unknown creature and question mark for like the health and the stats and stuff. But all of that is projected.
for the Drake though.
For the Drake, unknown creature.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a part of this game in any way, shape, or form. So
Literally the only thing that impacted is this AP dude.
yeah. So that is The divers, that brings us to the top of the round. Shade, what would you like to do? Bubbles, you are on deck. Shade, you feel that you can move more.
Too fast.
Cool. Am I within range here? Or do I have to move to get to this guy?
That guy, he seems like you probably have to move to get into range with him.
Okay.
However, you're not moving out of the
Right.
threatening range of this creature.
Right. Okay, I'm going to use my Exocortex distracting hack
Okay.
on this guy.
Okay.
And then I guess for one of my move actions, so because I've never done this with 2 move actions, can I take 1 guarded step
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why it's dope.
Almost like that was what Spice was telling you to
right?
do.
I just wanted to make sure, so I'm gonna like get into range here with my guarded step and then make my attack and then move away after my attack.
So awesome. So as this happens, you can see if you had not used that guarded step, whatever this Drake is holding the reaction to do probably would have been prompted. But as you take that guarded step, it nullifies what they can do. You slip under what they would have like struck with their tail, and you end up just right under their wing.
And then it's he's gonna do sense motive because it's like the bluff check one.
Sense motive is going to
The
be
AC
13.
Sorry, the DC is he fails.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's flat-footed, and I'm gonna make an attack on him.
And you get a +2 to hit.
Cool. Be really sweet if this was a critical hit right now.
You need it. It better have been a critical hit.
God.
It was
It was cocked.
It was not a critical hit.
Was it a hit?
Probably not.
Oh no!
Wow.
The first one was better, but it was cocked. That's gonna
I don't
be
know if we like that one anymore. Put that one away.
15 plus
15 is-
2 against KAC.
17 is a miss.
Okay.
You swing and they dodge out of the way. Now you're using overload on.
No, I used distracting hack.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because overload is a standard action.
Anything else?
Then I'm going to use my other move action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get up to here, I believe, with my full action jump jets to get up to the console here.
Okay. Now let me just double check. I don't know that guarded step.
That was why I was
I
asking.
just want to double check real quick.
Because if it doesn't, I still have my mobility up. So
technically, it says you can carefully step 5 feet as a move action. This movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, even if. So I think technically, rules as written, that wouldn't work. We'll say for this time, just because it is easier, that will make sense, and that's fine.
do the
Rule of cool.
reaction to attack me. I have my
sure.
mobility up. For fairness.
Sure. So the tail lashes out again, missing you the first time. It is going to strike now with a flat 30.
KAC?
KAC.
It misses.
There you go.
Oh,
Because of
Melora,
my
thank God.
Bonuses
So it
right
just
now.
right off the armor. It dents. You feel the metal dent, but it does not give. That
If I
is.
didn't have those bonuses, I would have been full.
Anything else, Shade?
That's it for me.
Alrighty, Shade, you are alive. You are
I
in
am
the thick of
shocked.
things.
I
And
am
Bubbles, it is your turn.
straight
Echo, you're on deck. Bubbles, you can see Shade is in bad shape, and this creature roars over top. What do you want to do?
Bubs is gonna say to himself to psych himself up. He doesn't know why he says it, but he just says cheaters never win, based on what Spice just interacted with him. But he thinks, oh well, I guess as long as we survive the battle.
We don't need to win. We just need to survive.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
The game was broken from the start.
attack him first.
Okay.
And I have I'm not moving.
You're not moving? All right.
Yeah. I'm going to attack him first, and then move. I believe I get a height advantage. Plus
You do.
1.
You
Yeah,
do.
that's what I-
And so you're doing it with Dothko?
Yes.
Okay. So
really far.
you sit there and you're like, cheaters never win. And you have to like swing this Dothko around. And this is very much like an Olympic hammer throw.
Yeah, like the shot put. It's
Yeah.
not when you like swing.
That's the hammer
it around.
throw.
Oh, hammer
And he
throw.
hasn't been hit yet by Shade. He has the wisp ally.
No, so it only affects my next person who.
Yeah. Okay.
So, long story short, it's already used.
I'll
Yeah.
do. Oh, it has been already used.
It's been
Yes.
used.
Then I will just make it a a standard action.
Okay,
And yeah,
He was flat-footed.
correct.
Okay, just want to make sure that was.
Yeah.
Is he still?
13
no.
Yeah.
plus
I believe he is. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
13,
missed, so it's until he gets hit.
What was that?
26.
26 against?
I'm attacking him, so it's the blood. I would say it's the bludgeoning side.
KAC. Okay, cool. That is a hit.
That
It's just
is
until the
6
start of my next turn.
plus 17 is 23,
23. All right.
and then I'm going to.
So you swing this Dovko around your body again and again and again, and you release, and you feel it just fly from your fingers. It strikes true, and it's hard in the back. I mean, he like sinks to one knee, Shade in front of you. The only reason that you don't hit really is because like Bubbles almost knocks him over into you. But he rights himself up. You can see Shade from where he is. He turns, and these runes glow brighter on his helmet. Anything else, Bubbles?
That's it.
Okay, the Doth go back into your hands. Echo, what would you like to do?
Pause for selfie.
Free action.
Echo standard action activates holographic clone,
Okay.
which is sci-fi mirror image.
Yeah, how many echoes?
Cool. Echo, echo, echo. That is
so
a
many.
fun one.
There could be so many. Oh,
Meow,
amazing.
meow.
Nice.
Big one.
3.
3.
I love that.
I
Yes.
think
Nice.
Adorable.
And then Echo is going to move up to where Shade is and act as rear guard.
so one echo goes forward, one slides onto the legs of one of the divers, one's leaps over
those all
using
come
one
with
as like a
her.
hurdle, and like they're swinging and trying to hit, but like there's 3 echoes and they're just like
mirror
going through.
You get
Basically,
attacks of opportunity.
yeah.
So
So it's gonna be 3 attacks of opportunity. Echo
Army of Tchotchke.
does a 14 hit.
Oh, 14 doesn't hit me. I don't know what I rolled. No.
Does a 21 hit,
No.
and then does a 23 hit.
KFC or EAC?
KAC.
KAC?
Yep.
Beats it.
All right. So does it hit one of the reflections or you?
That is, I believe, I haven't. If you're watching Hephaestus, the rules for holographic clone in the app would be nice. It's
There's a
not,
limited amount of what they can put in there because of the copyright rules. Yeah, I can ask them though.
It's also technically mirror image. So it just says it functions as mirror image, which is the rules.
Oh,
So-
fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
have to look up mirror image.
You have to roll the first time. I think it's if it's above a 12. I think for the first one.
we haven't played Starfinder in a
It's
second.
above 12, yeah. So I have two clones left.
Okay.
So one
So-
tchotchke goes away.
One of the echoes tries to hurdle one, and then it just gets punched by one of them with this like makeshift knuckles, and the other one just kicks it, and that just dissipates into light.
And it squeals like a little piggy.
Anything else, Echo?
Wee, 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 all the way home.
That's all I can do.
Okay, so you end up back to back with Shade up here on what you can recognize at a quick glance. This is like a moderator panel for this whole thing. You could see like all the wireframe models and the various cards.
I realize I still have a swift action. Echolocated ears.
Okay,
Oh.
those go out. And
Any bad guys down there?
interestingly, as you like go, what's the range on those?
I realize I just did that. I mean, they're activated until I put them away, so there's that.
I like to imagine you take out like Mr. Potato Head ears and just
Yeah, screw them on.
30.
A 30? No. You do hear like pulsing electro music. You hear of a fake steam machine kind of releasing smoke, but you don't hear any people.
Well, it's, an unlimited resource that I
There
can
you
use
go.
in swift action, might as well, and it's probably covered up entirely with
So
sound.
there you go. That is your turn, Echo. That brings us to this Canyon Drake. So it is going to turn, and Shade, you've kind of like left it.
No.
My ape guy didn't get his attack.
No, he did, but it's not real, so it doesn't do anything. He is going to wheel around, and Gibbs, you see the nose,
Oh, this is
and
terrible.
it just like on its legs, not quite flying. The arms flap, to like keep the wings off the ground mostly, but you see the tail come back, it sinks low, and it leaps up ready to strike you. It is going to come down and make a single attack against you with its tail, Gibbs.
Okay.
As it hisses and howls, that is going to be a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
And Gibbs, you are going to be taking 5 to 10. You are going to be taking 14 points of piercing damage only as it like pierces into you and pulls away. A lot of the tail has been shattered off in Shade's body, and so
Yeah.
not quite the same potency, but it pulls back and you can see it's ready to go. That is the Canyon Drake's full turn, and that brings us to the Code Seer. So,
Oh, yeah, still is flat-footed until my turn.
he's flat-footed. He's not.
And he's
super
wisp
pleased right
allied.
here. So he's gonna turn and kind of stumble over towards Spice and Bubbles. There's 2 light swords in hand. He makes his way forward and reaching out towards you, Spice. He's gonna take 3 attacks against you. Oh no, he's gonna take 1 attack against you. My apologies.
That's better.
That is only going to be a 21 to hit, KSE.
Needs a pizza.
Beats it. So he strikes, and as he does, you're almost able to get out of the way, and in that moment, you see the ruins, and this weapon grows about 3 inches longer, and it digs into your side, and he pulls it across. Spice, you are taking... Ooh, that's lucky. Minimum damage with 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
This is just digs into you and he pulls back. You can see these runes glow and one of them just drifts off and begins to float behind him. But that is going to be his turn. That brings us to Spice. Gibbs, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm going to try to get. She goes, oh, this is annoying, but she's going to be like, all right, Gibbs, it's gonna get literally crunched
I'm
if I don't
fine.
do something. Okay, not in Spice's eyes. So Spice is going to be an operative for a second, and she's going to telepathically scream into this dragon's mind and just go, "Ah!" and like try to make it like a chirping noise
Okay.
to throw it off guard. And that's
Okay.
gonna be my bluff check.
So what is the DC on that?
Yeah.
Or you're doing a block? Gotcha.
It's an attack. Well, it's a bluff check first. Oh,
Nice.
fuck yeah, that's gonna be high as fucking fuck.
And it's 15 plus 1.5 times CR?
It is 20 plus your target CR.
Gotcha. What'd you roll?
Okay, so I rolled a 21. Wait, 22.
22?
Yep.
That is a failure.
No! Okay, well then, that's still failing, but I'm still gonna take an attack on it then.
Alrighty.
I guess I'm gonna have to. Do I even have anything? I guess I can't. I don't have anything. Oh, no, I have. None of my weapons I can use. Never mind. I can't
Okay.
shoot anything. That's it.
He's right in front of you, and you can see both of these glowing blades get longer with this hook on the end, but that is your turn. Spice. Gibbs, what would you like to do? This Canyon Drake right in front of you, roaring. The tail pulls away from you.
I've seen how these people treat humans, and I can only imagine how poorly they treat this monster that lives here. Gibbs is going to try to like mind link with it and see if she can somehow mysticismly break the magic to free it.
Okay. Make a mysticism check. Now, Gibbs, this is something that you can try to do.
Yeah.
You get the sense that what you are doing is basically putting your magic on the line against this other guy's
Yeah.
magic. And so this can have some
Magic
pretty
must defeat
significant
magic.
downsides as well.
Thank you.
You still willing to do it? Okay.
No! No! It's a
DM said, "Are you sure?"
yeah, of course. I mean, I'm gonna. It's a 22.
22.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you see the collar shake and rattle, but your power not enough to overcome the sheer magic of this. And this creature looks down at you with fury, and you can see now from beyond that, the creature that was fighting with Spice and Bubs also now turns and looks at you.
Yeah.
You have the full attention of everybody.
No.
The image that I send to this Drake is like imagining like when we were walking through to Seljune's lair, and like I imagine that that's sort of like the desert landscape that this creature might have like once lived in, and just like the image of like trying to like embody like this could be your home.
So this creature, as you like mind thrust and you try to have some kind of a connection with it, it doesn't seem like it's powerful enough to break this spell. But in that brief moment, you make a free sense motive check. As your mind brushes across this creature's
21.
21.
Yeah.
For just a brief moment, you try to project what you imagine could be home to this creature, and there is the faintest touch of recognition or connection or something, but it just snaps away, and there's so much rage and fear and pain in this creature that there's nothing else. There's no room. But anything else, Gibbs?
No, that's it. I'm trying to kumbaya with this creature.
That brings us to the divers. So now, fresh and able to fly. I think they're probably going to turn 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
okay.
30. So he's currently floating right here. He is going to be floating right there. He cannot make it all the way, but will be right over top and not be able to attack. And he's he'll go all the way here, but won't be able to attack. These guys are going to continue to run. This guy is going to continue to float. Okay. So Shade and Echo, these flying individuals. Echo, you turn around and you see these like Peter Pan motherfuckers are chasing you. They land like kind of partially on the monitors and elements of the monitoring station. And Echo, you are going to take 2 attacks.
That tracks.
Yeah. That is going to be a 25 against your KAC and a 27 against your KAC.
1 hits Echo. And 1 hits a duplicate.
So 1 more duplicate is gone, right?
5. Echo, you take 11 points of slashing damage, and then as you see the 3 glowing lights that are all along the helmet of this individual flash, you take an additional 9 points of slashing damage. That is all of the ones who are able to attack. The other ones had to double move to get there. That is going to be their turn. At the very end of their turn, I believe they land, correct?
Yes.
So all of a sudden, like they're right there, they make their attacks, and then like they land, one of the monitors snaps and sparks come out, and like they're just holding on. The 2 that were like just barely over, like slide partially down and back into the ring. And this guy who is like end over end just slams face first into the ground.
Do they take fall damage?
I don't believe so. I don't think they go up any. They're just off the ground, correct?
Yeah, they're basically just like hovering.
Yeah, they can like just run and like they'll go like 5 inches. But that is their turn. That brings us to the top of the round. Shade, from where you are, the divers close in. Some of them fall, but what do you want to do?
I would like to use my exocortex to do an amplified glitch.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 of these guys that are coming towards us right now.
Okay.
So that means, let me see what the DC is with 4.
But it's a fortitude save?
One moment. Let's see. It's a successful computers check that I make. The DC is 15 plus 4, 1 per target, plus 1.5 the CR of the highest of these 4 guys.
Okay. And which 4 guys?
The 4 that were just floating.
Okay. The CR is
1.5 times the max, or the highest CR.
okay.
And I'll make that check.
Sorry, I could clean up the rings.
That's okay. I got it. That's a dirty 30.
That is a success.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
We need
Also, they're shaken for 1 round plus 1 additional round for every 5 by which my
No
result
additional rounds.
exceeded okay.
Succeeded by 3.
Okay. So they're all shaken for 1 round.
Put the rings back on him.
So in this cluster,
I'll just
as
use
they
the poison
land,
ones.
one of them takes a monitor to the sternum before it snaps, and they're already winded. And then all of a sudden, all of their helmets just spark and begin to short. The lights begin to go fast. One of the bulbs just bursts outwards, but they are a little bit shaken. Anything else, Shade?
Yeah, so that's my exocortex. Then, as my... Do I have to use my... do I still have my gun out?
I don't
Because
believe.
I had
I believe
drawn
you
it.
have the sword and the cards. The cards became the sword. Yeah, you would have the gun. You would have the pistol.
Cool. Then I'm gonna use my move action to use my... Haven't used in a while. My what's it called? Targeting, combat tracking,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm gonna combat track the fuckhead.
Okay. So you combat track the code seer
And
fuckhead.
then I'm gonna shoot the fuckhead.
Go for it. Make your attack roll. As that focuses
you will
in,
get a
they.
+2
Oh yeah, right.
if you. I didn't realize you were gonna tag it, but yeah.
Cool. I think this is probably gonna hit. That's gonna be a 31.
Yeah, that
to
hits.
hit. Cool. And let me do some damage. That's kind of piddling damage, but every bit counts. 9 points of ENF.
Okay.
Energy.
9 points of ENF damage.
Can it be electric and fire?
Yeah. We'll say
Electric and force damage?
Yeah.
I think technically it is, because energy is EN.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain broke for a second. Okay, so you swing, and as you do, you can see this guy. I mean, he's hurt. He's not looking like bloodied necessarily,
Oh,
but
I'm
he's
sorry.
starting
I
to
used
hurt.
the wrong stats for the damage. It's actually 1d8, not 2d6.
Okay.
So let me just re-roll that.
It's a very different stat.
Was it 9 before? Because it's 9 now.
It was 9 before.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
The universe was like, eh.
It's gonna be 9.
So you swing, you're able to hit them, and in this moment, they kind of like sink a little bit, but they rise back up. They're starting to look hurt. Anything else, Shade?
Then as my move action, can I manipulate this console as a move action?
In what way?
I guess, like, is it on?
Yeah.
Is there, like, can I use it to do, like, some rudimentary, just, like, what are the options for
Yeah, so
controlling
this
it?
controls the stadium. You can turn the lights on and off. You can turn the strobes on and off, which does have an actual tactical effect, you know. You could do a number of different things. What are you trying to do? It's roughly the control panel for this arena.
I guess I'm trying to do something that will contain all of these people from interfering while we deal with the more pressing threat of the dragon and the code seeker.
There isn't a ton of like moving parts that you could really do that to. The best that you could imagine is you can turn the lights to focus directly in that corner, and it would make it hard shooting out of there.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so those two spotlights shift, and it's very much, you know, Final Jeopardy. Every focus is on this group of people over here. You can see the divers kind of like turn. Anything else, Shade?
That's it.
Alrighty, Bubbles. What would you like to do? Echo your
I
own
turn
deck.
to this guy and I'm gonna full attack him.
Okay.
We got a wheel.
And I'm gonna try to
It's
just,
from.
We got a wheel.
just try to go over and smash.
It's a we.
And I'm just gonna yell, come on, is that all you got? That is a 6 plus 9, so 15.
That's a miss.
Okay, second attack. That's an 11 plus 9, 20.
That's a miss. So you pull this back, Dalco, in both hands, and you slam it down. They whoosh to the side, and it crushes into the ground. The ground is being pulverized here. Already damaged by the Drake. Anything else, Bubbles?
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Echo, what would you like to do?
Is Wisp Ally still alive?
It's like 8 rounds, so like as many rounds as I have levels.
Cool.
Well,
And it's not concentration.
These guys are all shaken.
yeah. No one moved closer, so that kind of futzes with my plan. But it's fine. Echo is going to kind of duck down and place a hand on the computer screen.
Okay.
And use a computer's check to like create like a strobing effect.
Okay. Make a computer check.
21 plus 2.
Where
23.
Thank you.
where would you like the strobing effect to be?
It's just aimed outward at the guys down there.
Okay, so as you like pull all of the strobes, it's kind of like this touch screen, and as you yank the strobe lights with your fingers and pull them, the ones that are blinking in the corners all just go out, and then the ones that are off that are kind of like we're interspacing, they all turn on and begin to pulse. And so in this corner over here, that is where you're getting a -3 to your ranged weapon attacks. For you guys who are all over in that corner, you're fine. They're getting it against you, not you against them.
Using it as for my trick attack to specifically get the two that are on the
shaken-
ground.
Oh, yeah.
These two or the two back here?
The two back
Ones
there, I
Echoes
assume.
can see. Echo
Yeah.
can't see the other guys.
No problem.
Is a 23 enough?
Against?
It's their CR plus 20.
CR plus 20. It was 23? It is not.
Well,
Close. Very close.
Did they have to make any ability saves or checks?
No, it's a trick attack.
Oh, yeah.
Hail pistol! Good old hail pistol is back in action with a 24 to hit the guy directly in front of Echo.
24 against.
Cold and piercing damage.
I think that's K's.
That is going to be a miss then.
Sweet.
Unless there's something that's balancing out. Is there a -2 on him right now?
Shaken.
To attack
Shaken?
rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
Nah.
Nope.
Alrighty, you have one hand on the
Echo's back,
screen.
y'all.
You pull this up and you fire and you miss. That is your turn, Echo. That brings us to the Canyon Drake.
Now there's fun little strong ones.
So this Canyon Drake now looms up over you and it roars
Don't worry, guys. I'll just
and bites
1v1
down
it.
on you.
Yeah. Shit. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Alright,
Does a 30 hit?
so
Yeah.
I think
Okay, so it
it's gonna take
bites,
one
snapping
fucking
you
stomp on
in the
to
teeth.
die.
That is going to be
Can't do subtraction.
27 points of piercing damage with a bite. It has your whole upper body in its mouth, and it tosses you into the air.
Yeah.
One of its claws
It
comes.
just goes me.
That is only going to be for the claws of 24 to hit.
Yeah. You gotta get sub 20s for me not to
Ooh,
hit.
rough.
Yeah.
That is going to be 25 points of slashing damage as the claws rake across your tiny Asoki body, and as you slam into the ground, the tail tries to impale you. And that is going to be. And what's so funny about this is I rolled pretty bad for all of these, 24.
Yeah.
And so that is going to be
Bye, Gibbs.
Probably.
Actually,
Gibbs.
yes.
18 points of piercing damage.
Skin of my fucking teeth.
Good God.
And so as all of a sudden, Gibbs, you are slashed up into the air. You are
I hit the
almost
ground and I
swallowed full.
die.
You are slammed onto the ground, and then it just pierces you. Part of the tail snaps off, and when it pulls away, Gibbs, have you guys ever seen Happy Tree Friends? Because Gibbs just looks like one of those creatures, just like the eye bulging out, but still alive. Gibbs, this creature stomps its feet and gets ready to attack again, but that is its turn, and that brings us to the Code Seer. So, Spice, you are right in front of this creature.
Yeah, so
It dodges
Bubbles.
to one side away from Bubbles, another side from Bubbles. It kind of looks at you, and you can see the runes glow slightly
On his neck collar?
Huh?
On his collar?
on his like little helmet thing, and he is going to have them glow extra bright. And Bubbles, I need you to make a Fortitude saving throw.
Oh, for a second I thought he wasn't gonna attack Bubbles, but apparently, yeah, so
17 plus 10, 27.
27. He looks at you and he says, "Let your anger take over." And you feel your anger begin to bubble and well up as these runes dance and glow, but you're able to shake it away. For a moment, though, you want to hit Spice. Every ounce of your being wants to use your reaction to hit Spice, but you don't. That is going to be their action. You can see they sneer at that, and they bring up this sword of light to make one attack against you. Bubbles.
Yeah.
Bubbles, that is going to be a 27 to hit against KSC.
misses.
All right. And so it just crashes. The light shatters and then reforms on the other side. That is going to be their whole turn. That brings us to Spice.
Alright.
Gives your on deck.
Spice watches the Drake stomp Gibbs.
going to like hold this guy back, like be touching Bubbles' arm, and I think if I move action, I'm going to guarded step behind Bubbles.
Okay.
You're my meat shield now, and then with my standard action, I'm going to reach out to Gibbs with her mind and be like, "Baby, you got this. You can solo this dragon. I believe in you." And you feel part of her life force in her words, and you get 25 stamina points.
Very nice. So Gibbs, you hear
After a rest, right?
Is it a long rest or short rest?
Recover stamina. That's 6th level.
Because I thought you could only
Find
do
out.
once per gen. Because you already did it.
Right.
I mean, I would love it, but like, I don't think that's.
Hold for room.
Hold.
it's been a couple weeks since we played.
Twice.
Once the ally has you
Yeah,
gain the benefit.
22
until
days.
He takes
21
10
days.
minutes.
Rest.
Oh, nice, we did that.
Yeah.
Yes!
There you go. So
I was like, I'm
Gibbs,
pretty sure
you
it's.
feel the frantic voice of Spice break into your subconscious, and this urgency fills you with just a little bit more vitality.
Nice.
Anything else, Spice?
Every little bit
Nope, that's everything I can.
Alrighty, that is your turn, Spice. That brings us to Gibbs. Gibbs, with this surge of energy, what do you want to do?
Free move action. I can heal myself, so I'm gonna do that. And that is 98.
Okay.
That's a little bit more than I.
Oh wait, hold on.
can
Sorry,
do.
now it's 68. Sorry.
Stamina.
Right. And yeah.
Heal.
So it's like fundamentally in a turn I can. Okay, so I get 24 points of hit points. So that brings me up to.
You give the Gatorade.
Okay. So I'm okay,
Gives the band-aids.
Gives the crackers.
but I can't move
Yeah. Okay.
because I healed myself in my move action. So instead, oh shit! But all my okay, all my spells provoke attack of opportunities. So I will cast a spell, and I will cast Mind Thrust on this guy.
And that does provoke an attack of opportunity, though,
It
right?
does, yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do that won't.
You can just take a defense action.
What's defense?
Yeah.
As a standard action, you can raise your AC by.
It's actually not going to take that attack.
But and also like even if I raised it by 4, it was consistently hitting like
Yeah.
over 22. So I just. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Second level, please. Can I get a will saving?
And this is against.
Beastie Boy.
Guys are
Gotcha.
Cold code guy.
Ooh.
Beastie Boy.
What kind of save was that?
Actually,
Will?
they are still
Will.
shaking
So
into the
they have a very good will save. However, 15.
For second level, let's see. I think I beat it. 18, bitches.
There you go.
Oh,
So my second level does 4d10.
nice.
Build trust.
Mind thrust.
Literally this turn, yeah.
It'd be really cool if you got max damage here.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. 4d10.
Pretty cool. Pretty sweet.
Oh, pretty good. Oh, yeah.
look.
All right.
Someone would say those are big numbies.
These are
like
big
the-
numbies.
we like
All
big
right.
numbies.
16 plus 6 is 20.
15 plus 6.
16 plus 6.
16 plus 6, 22.
22 points of psychic damage. And I glut its most vulnerable memory and shove it in its face.
Okay. So you slam this mind thrust into this creature, and you see and feel like the interior of their mind shred a little bit and bubbles. You miss your attack, and as they like go to hit you, they miss too, and then all of a sudden they and like blood across your front. They're hurt, and you, for just a moment, you have this brief flash. An individual, humanoid but tall, about 8 feet tall, delicate feature with gangly limbs. The eyes, pure black, mouse-like eyes. You can see they look down, and all of a sudden, it's like the whole world becomes black around them, and you are looking at a god, at least to this person. And that is what you remember.
What?
Anything else, Gibbs?
What?
No, that'll suffice.
Alrighty, that brings us to the divers.
Brigitte.
Brigitte.
No, it's pronounced.
It's 8 feet
Brigitte.
tall,
Yes,
pure
you're
black
right.
eyes, God to this person. Any other
So
notes?
he's gonna run up the stairs.
Oh, I did not write
To
that.
fight
I don't.
you, Shade.
Black eyes.
He's clinging there. He's clinging there. These other two, they're gonna
Amazing.
turn and go over here. I think there's one more here. No.
No, it's
right
on the
there.
left.
And he's gonna go over. All right. So Two of the divers who land hard in the arena pick themselves back up. They take their full turns to like run over and try to join this guy. You can hear from behind one of them just go, "Brent, we're coming!" That is Brent.
I mean, that's not a great name.
The other
We're coming.
There are two. Sorry, there's one that's going to make an attack against you, Echo, and they're going to take a full attack for 2 attacks.
Which one?
The one that is all the way down, they're clinging to the monitor. They just I don't know if they can hold them up there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move this thing.
Does a 20 hit?
No.
Okay, then the other one isn't either. They're like holding onto the monitor and they swing and they have to hold on again and they swing. It's like a cat just kind of like batting at you. The one who runs up the stairs at you, Shade, only 1 attack. And that's only going to be a 17 to hit.
That misses.
And so they are unable to do anything as they try to strike. You are able to hold them off.
And they die.
That is all the
them down the
divers.
stairs.
That brings us to Shade. However, because it is 8:30, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll come back to finish this combat. We'll be back in 10 minutes. We'll see you then.
I'm fucking stressing. My
and welcome back. We're going to jump right back into our combat here. Top of the initiative order, Shade.
Oh shit, that's me.
Bubbles, you're on deck. Shade, from where you are currently, the Code Seer in front of you swinging these hard light weapons. You can see a number of the cultists flew into the arena before dropping hard and then running over to you. There is this Canyon Drake that is stomping on Gibbs. What would you like to do?
I have a question.
Answer.
Does momentum exist? Like, if I were to do jump jets 40 feet up this way, would I continue this way? Or would I just be like 40 feet, boom?
40 feet and boom, just for simplicity. I mean, when you get into space, there are actually provisions,
Right.
especially in low gravity for that. But here, for sake of simplicity, your momentum
Basically, I'm
is
just
like,
wondering if I can get within range of the dragon.
your momentum is carrying you to the point where you drop. Basically.
Right, so it's more, it's like an arc that's a little
Yeah,
lower
exactly,
to be,
yeah.
okay. In that case, yeah, so I can get there with my standard move
40
action, 40 feet. And then I'm going to use my distracting hack on the fuckface dragon.
Okay.
Dragon's name is Fuckface.
Yes.
What is
also that
Dragon's
dragon.
name?
You can roll
Fuckface.
high enough.
And so that's going to be
Stephanie.
bluff check,
Okay.
or it's the thing for
Sense motive.
Good.
yeah, sense motive.
Okay.
And let me see what the
Fuck you, Tony.
18.
18 I'm pretty sure is a failure, but let me just double check. Sorry. Oh man, it's been a while. It has been a while. I'm trying to find where this thing is in the stats. It's the same as your
20 plus CR, plus 1.5 CR.
I think so. Oh, here it is. Sorry. It's. Oh, I make a computer's check.
There you go. Contested by.
Yes.
There you go. 18 is what they rolled.
And that's like a 30.
So yeah, that works.
Cool. So that dude is now flat-footed,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my action to shoot at him.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Make
a
your
real
attack roll.
wheel.
It is a wheel.
A real wheel.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I could probably use it now because that is a 1.
Are you going to?
I mean, I don't choose when the
Oh,
wheels
for the
happen.
wheel.
Yeah.
No, you're not. It's for Gibbs. So you miss. As you get its attention, you cause this kind of flicker as it turns, and you see the eyes turn and narrow at you. And then all of a sudden, as you pull this pistol, it is able to just dodge to the side. And Gibbs, you're almost shot by Shade. But no problem. You are able to avoid that scenario. Anything else, Shade?
That's move action, standard action. Nope, that's it.
All right. Shade,
Is it
or
actually
sorry,
shaken?
Bubbles.
Yeah.
It
What
is
would you like to do?
flat-footed.
Flat-footed?
Buzz is gonna turn to this guy and he's gonna focus all his attack on this one attack. It's gonna be a standard attack, and he's gonna just say,
Until the
"Lights out, buddy boy."
Okay.
That's a 9 plus 13, 22.
22 against KSE.
Yes.
That is going to be a miss. You turn and you swing, lights out, buddy boy. You bring it down and slam. Even though he is focused on, sorry,
It's got Wisp Ally and no one's used it yet.
Shade used it.
Yeah, Shade used
To
it.
attack this guy?
Yeah, I hit that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's like,
Anything else, Bubbles?
I did the 9 damage.
Yeah, that's-
Done the 9.
that's it.
Okay, you slam down. He doesn't even turn his eyes, doesn't even react to you. That is your turn, Bubbles. That brings us to Echo and then the Drake.
Bummer.
So the guy who's currently at the bottom of the stairs is actually
Actually, up here.
Yeah, he's up to the top.
Is where the
Oh, I guess he could have also made a attack of opportunity against me if he wanted to.
Then yeah, probably he will. And it's going to miss, so don't worry about it, because it's going to be, well, 16 doesn't hit your KSC, right?
No.
Yeah.
I always forget this.
going to turn the strobes to face the guy who's on my left.
Okay.
For my computer's attack. Computer's attack?
Computers, attack.
Oh, much better. What is 27 plus 5?
27 plus 5 is 32.
That's enough. That is successful, yeah.
And then with the strobing effect, Echo's going to run down the stairs, taking attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Only the,
Actually, from the other guy,
one,
yeah, not from the one that.
From the guy on the stairs, yeah. Or no, because he already...
He used it, so he can't take his attack of
That's who I'm targeting, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I forgot about that.
That is only going to be a 14 to hit again.
Cool.
Alrighty.
And then Echo's going to turn and fire at the guy they targeted.
Okay.
Where would you like?
Make your attack roll.
At the bottom of the stairs.
Right here.
The strobes explode in a vibrant array of blues, and as this happens, you can see he brings his arms up to block. He can't see anything.
2d6 plus
Nice.
6.
Nice.
Hey.
I got a 28
Nice.
to hit.
28
Nice.
hits.
Yeah.
Wow, Echo, you got this one. Save us all.
I hit the
Not
thing, it's not
only
plus
did
six,
you
plus
distract them, but you also attacked them.
I did both things.
Gotta pull out all these dice.
Gotta pull out all the dice
Jesus.
that I've been stowing because I didn't think that they would be going.
How is having the cake and eating it?
It's so good. It's so tasty.
Wow. Listen to that clank.
Okay. Some of them need to go back to school though.
What does that even mean?
No, I get it. I vibe with that.
Thank you.
That's some buff
I love
banter.
that. I love
That's a
that.
mouse banter. Wait a minute. Give me a sec. 8, 9, 11, 16, 20 points of cold and piercing damage. And then
Look at his face.
8 points of bleed because operative.
Nice.
So you
Wow.
strike
Yes.
into them, and at the very top of this place, as they are like blinded by the
Peter.
strobes, you turn and you shoot, and it hits them right in the small of the back, right like next to the spine, and you instantly see crimson just soak across, and they take one step, and all of a sudden it's like their entire insides become outsides through that hole, and they die as they have exactly 28 health.
And they fall down the stairs and they're like, oh, my spleen.
Yeah, that's an incredible amount of bleed damage.
Nice.
They kill people eventually.
Yeah, all at once. So, anything else, Echo?
Nope.
Alrighty, so turning back,
We
you
killed
watch the body just
something.
drops
We did
to the
it.
ground.
It's one enemy
That is your turn,
Good.
Echo. That
You
brings us
did
to the
good.
Drake. So, Echo, on one side of the battlefield, you kill a diver, and on the other side of the battlefield, the Drake rears back. And actually, seeing Gibbs like surge back to life, these attacks just aren't working. And so, Gibbs, can you make an athletics check, please?
It didn't get distracted by me.
I mean, it has a negative, but it's not super distracting. You know.
Hey! 19 on the dice!
Yeah!
Minus
Love it.
1 is 18, but like
-1 athletics.
So, what was your
depressing.
total athletics?
18?
18 does not beat a 31. And so
the fuck?
it wraps the tail around you and and it goes all the way to the top of the air. It gets up to be the total 18 feet, almost like slamming its back into the top. And then Gibbs, it is going to dart forward and then let go to launch you at the side of the wall.
Okay.
And so can you go ahead and for me make
This
a
is
reflex
some
saving
dark
throw?
seagull shit.
Yeah.
Dark
Trying to-
Seagull.
Crack your shell like a crab.
A reflex saving throw?
Yeah.
17?
17. Okay, Gibbs. You slam into the side of this stone wall. You are taking a tremendous amount of damage.
Uh-oh.
18.
Uh-oh.
You are taking a grand total of 28 points of bludgeoning damage. As this creature flies up, swoops around this like pull, and then diving towards the wall just lets you go and pulls up. Kind of.
Or that wall.
No, it's gonna. So it takes Gibbs up, brings Gibbs around, and then drops dive bombs, lets Gibbs go, and then it is going to land, kind of stumbling right here, as Gibbs pancakes into the wall and slides down.
There's a little cartoon cutout of Gibbs, and you can see like the tail all like.
Yeah.
And yeah, Gibbs, you slam into the wall, you fall prone. However, that is all that it can do, and that does bring us to the Code Seer's turn. The Code Seer turns, and I'm going to say, Bubbles, it wasn't even really... You are in the way though. So Bubbles, it's gonna go ahead and he's gonna take a full attack against you.
Fine.
2 attacks.
Fine.
The first one, so natural 20.
Nice.
The other one is only going to be a 16 to hit against your KAC. Okay, so natural 20 with this. It's a rare sword.
Oh, rare sword.
In the game, which has effects in real life for this guy. Okay, so Bubbles, you
Rare
take
sword.
18 points of slashing damage, and you are nauseated
13. Oh, no.
as this green light kind of shatters off and sinks into you. All of a sudden, you feel like you just got stung by an insect or something, and your blood begins to like bubble and kind of clot already as it seeps out.
You're unable to attack, cast spells, or concentrate on spells, and the only action you can take is a single move action per turn.
Can I
You
use an item?
feel. You can take a move action. You could use an item. In this moment, you feel your blood begin to congeal. Your stomach rolls, and you begin to like throw up through your teeth almost instantly as your stomach just becomes rotten on the inside. But that is all that it can do.
Nausea is dope.
That brings us to Spice. Gibbs, you're on deck.
Spice is gonna do that thing, like in like Matrix movies where they like roll over each other's backs.
Sure.
She's gonna do that with Bubbles as he
keels
bends
over
down
to
to
fucking
vomit.
vomit.
Yeah, she's gonna do that. End up on this side of the guy.
So Bubbles, you feel like Spice as she passes behind you, comforting hand across your back is what it feels like.
And then she reaches out with both of her hands to grab this guy's helmet.
Okay.
And she's going to draw the electricity across her body and his head.
Okay, absolutely. And so that is a
It's a melee attack.
okay.
And I get a +2 because I'm touching it.
Very nice.
And a +2 because it's a cool
Shit,
thing
that
to
one.
do.
It was a natural one. That could have been dope.
So you reach out and instantly, they are so fast that they just kind of lunge out of the way and you miss completely.
Spice is gonna go, fuck! And then that's it.
Okay. So that puts
that
you
blows.
right next to him. You no longer have Bubbles standing between you. That is your turn, Spice. That brings us to Gibbs. Gibbs, you slam into the wall. And you peel yourself back up. You are prone for what it's
Yeah, I stand up.
worth. Okay.
Because it's not worth using my spell right now.
Wow, lame.
And I want to break the code breaker because I want to free this dragon. And I want this dragon to be my friend. So it's done with good intentions, but I'm going to kill a guy, hopefully.
Okay.
So I would like to
Well-intentioned murder.
second level hurl, or not, mind thrust, please.
Mind thrust, okay.
Will saving throw.
That's not good. 15.
Definitely too low. 2 pass. So you take full damage, and I'll tell you what that damage is going to be. And hopefully it's going to be enough to kill a guy.
So Bubbles, he stabs this into you. He snaps this blade off, and instantly your blood becomes like this cloggy, sort of congealing mass. You feel everything burn, and he smiles at you. And as he begins to speak, suddenly you can see like the head, as like the space-time continuum begins to shift around. And you've seen this before. You kind of like wince back because you know what this can do.
29
29 points.
of damage. Yes.
Yeah, mind thrust rips.
Through you.
Through your mind.
Through your mind.
Gibbs, as you cast Mind Thrust on this creature, he turns, looks up at you, Bubbles, and Bubbles, you see the head just, and he goes, "Nice," and then, and the head explodes.
Nice.
He is dead.
And then how much movement is it to
Half movement to get up.
cool.
from prone.
Then I'm just gonna kind of try and skitter up this wall and
Okay.
be like peek over at this dragon and just kind of be like vibe check it.
Okay, so you slap, just crawling, using all of your climbing ability to peek your little nose up, and you're just like, hey, and it just like turns. You can see it's like the tail comes back, it gets ready to sting you. The vibe is not super positive.
Okay.
You killed Stephanie's man.
Now
I just
that is
lower.
your turn, Gibbs. That brings us to the divers. So let's see. This guy is now on the ground. He's
Oh,
gonna
they're
use
not
some of his
shaken
movement to
anymore.
stand back
Unless
up
they're shaken by the fact that their leader's head just blew up.
here.
I would be shaken.
But that's like
I mean, but our leader's shade.
thematic shaken.
Bread.
Flavor shake.
Flavor shake.
Flavor shake.
Oh, and I can move my wisp ally. How do I do that? 1 second. I can move him.
Because
with
he's
your heart.
dead now.
Yeah, it's got like a thing. Oh, it just moves. I can move it. Oh, it's on him as a move action. Never mind.
Look at that.
I was like, you must have an action
So
economy.
Echo, as you find yourself back behind this, one of your things just disappears, and you land, kind of turning to look, and all of a sudden you hear like all these footsteps and turning. This entire raid party just like shifts its way over to you. You hear people roaring with these makeshift weapons. However, you are only taking 3 attacks on this round.
Because they had to run to me.
They did have to run to you. So Echo, that is going to be a 16 to hit,
Nope.
a 28 to hit,
Yes. Hold on. Yes.
and a 30 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so
guy
2 of them
gone?
are going to do
Oh,
damage.
he's still around.
Oh,
It hit both. It hit me.
13 points of slashing damage from the first.
Okay.
I guess that's a good thing.
13 points of slashing damage from the second. Look at that. As these guys are like lunging into you, oh right, how many are near them?
Oh, Echo.
Echo, you're taking an additional 16 points of slashing damage.
Sweet.
As the seems like these lights almost burning through the helmets now, so many of them have piled up that they are getting a tremendous boost from each other. That is, however, all of the divers, and that brings us to Shade. Shade, what would you like to do? Bubbles, you're on deck.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I can get like right up to it, like on the cusp here,
Nobody saw that.
and distracting hack on this guy again.
Okay.
Thematically, I'm getting the console and this guy to start doing shit to
Okay,
try
sure.
to get its attention.
Okay, yeah.
Just teabags.
Fantastic.
I'm like spamming the attack action on the console. And then, so it's
Yeah, it's just that spam. Rah, 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 rah.
that's a 28 against its sense motive thingy.
Second here. So it's
It's a bluff check, but I use it's a feint action, so it's a bluff check. So
it's 20 plus 1.5. Or is it 15 plus 1.5?
it's against its. Sorry, I keep seeing it and then not
No
implanting
worries.
it in my brain.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna fail.
Okay. Let's see. It's 10 plus either 10 plus its sense motive total skill bonus, or 15 plus 1.5 its CR.
There we go. Okay. So what did you
Whichever is
roll?
greater. 27.
27.
Sorry, 28.
28. That is actually a success.
Nice.
Very nice. Right on the cusp.
Flat-footed.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use my action to attack it.
As this monster just spams the attack action in the ring, the sound of the roar with the light seems to be distracting it a little bit.
And I couldn't get into melee range, so I'm gonna shoot it.
Make your attack roll.
Oh my god, isn't that one?
It's not a nat 1, but it's not great.
So jumping up, you take a shot
It
over the
is
ledge.
still with the -2. And does it now have the... No, because
No,
you didn't
no.
do the...
Miss Mala has to move.
So it's still a dirty 20
That is
against...
a miss, unfortunately.
Okay.
And so, trying to like leap this ledge, you are just a little too short to get over, and you can't quite get a good shot off. That is your turn, Shade. That brings us to Bubbles.
And now I am, yes, in front
Yeah.
of Gibbs.
Bubs is just going.
Oh, I'm
to-
standing now. Can you stand me up?
He's gonna yell out to Gibbs. Gibbs, I don't feel so good. And then I'm gonna just vomit.
Okay. But Spice
Reaction?
all over your boots.
I just cleaned these! You're gonna have to lick that off later.
Ew.
It's like Bubs threw up because
It's like that
someone's
makes
head
me, like,
exploded.
personally-
From-
I don't feel so. And just for flavor, I think I don't know if this will even do anything. Mostly for flavor. But in the one shot of the Drift Diner, Gibbs gave me Pepto Bismol.
Yeah.
Fake Pepto Bismol, like off-brand. So I'm just gonna take
Not a
both of
sponsor.
those.
Okay, so your one move action is you like go through your pockets, you tear the packaging, and just swallow these little pink pills. No
And I'm
problem.
just gonna see how Gibbs help. I don't feel good.
For what it's worth, it doesn't seem to help very much.
Yeah,
But
this one.
that, yeah, no worries.
Pink flavor.
That,
It's not
it
the
is pink
fast
flavored.
acting, that's
That is
why.
your turn, Bubbles. That brings us to Echo. Echo, you hear Bubbles over the din of combat kind of mutter out that he's not feeling so good.
The radius.
There's another one down there.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, you have it.
I was like, I thought it was somewhere.
15-foot cones. Oh, lovely.
That's a good cone for that
good
area.
Cone.
That's a good one.
We like that cone.
Echo's gonna switch to the uppercut SMG.
Is it? What's the range on that cone?
15 foot, so it's like all of it.
That's all 6. Yeah, that's great.
It's half of its range. Its range is 30.
That's
so
dope.
15 feet.
That's dope. Yeah.
How many people do I get with my
6.
6?
Yeah.
Just don't get this guy.
So you spray and pray the entire group of so this is what the SMG is designed for.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're really good.
So like, no, because I remember you guys were like, these are so dumb. No, this is what you need to do.
Yeah,
with them.
they're like
This is the
a
one
really
that
OP weapon, too.
that Pete gave us.
You've had this, and you use the downgraded version of this early in the campaign.
Pete gave us Silence SMG.
Kara has never said that these are
Right.
dumb. Kara has 2.
Yes, I don't think Echo has ever didn't
Shade
use them
doesn't
during that
have
round of
one.
combat.
Shade
doesn't use guns?
gave the one back to Pete. that
But
they
Shade
had.
has a gravity.
What you got there, Echo?
No, I said Gibbs doesn't use guns.
Oh, I think it's Shade.
No, I said Gibbs doesn't use gum.
What you got there, Echo?
I'm the only one who doesn't use guns.
I don't have anything above an 11.
I've seen you use it.
And I have
For-
2 natural 1s in this
I've
track.
tried. I don't
Wow.
think I've used it successfully.
That sucks.
So
The
unfortunately,
only
No,
double
no,
digit
no.
score I have is 11,
though
and
you
everything else is
spray bullets down this, you hear everybody scream. They're shouting. You hear somebody go, "I'm hit!" And yeah, when the smoke clears, not a single bullet has dug home. But there's definitely one person who is like screaming that they were hit.
It's okay.
It's like almost inconceivable
It's okay.
that you would miss that much, but almost a
Nobody
full
saw
clip
it.
just
Nobody
unloaded
saw
there.
it.
Where's that wheel? Can I hit one
It
guy
was
just
only
like
for
in the
Gibbs.
toe?
Made a lot
You know
of
what?
smoke.
Reroll one of those dice for the wheel.
Gibbs is good. She doesn't need it.
God damn it, it's not meant to be. That's a 0 because it's 4 minus 4.
And so, aside from the couch on the far side of the room, there is no damage done. But that couch completely annihilated.
Maybe like one of the pieces.
That
That is your turn, Echo.
Peace, y'all. I got
All right.
7 HP left.
Echo, you just unload, and then it's just click, 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 and it's just empty barrel and not a whole lot of death.
wow.
Echo throws it to the ground like it's the Matrix.
That is that is your turn, Echo. That brings us to the Drake. So the Drake turns around.
Nice.
Wow. I'm so
Cannot
sorry.
see Shade, cannot see Gibbs.
Sees that guy.
And so
You know, okay.
Go for the hologram.
You had a good turn.
oh, and that guy's dead. Hang on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I was vibe checking him.
Goes for the hologram. Or go for the group of people
So
attacking
you
Echo.
see around the neck, this collar kind of powers down. It is just a scrap of leather. And then it is just a scrap of leather that just falls to the ground. And Gibbs, you get the sense that they're home.
Cursed dice.
Oh shit.
Oh, the beastie becomes a scrap of leather.
What?
The collar just falls to the ground, and it
beast
seems
was
like the witch warper
Brought
who is
here
keeping
from a
him
different
here,
plane.
now he's dead, and he's not able to stay any longer.
Love that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was really good. That is the Drake's turn. That brings us to the Code Seer. They're dead. And that brings us to Spice. Spice, as you like look up, this creature and just disappears.
Spice is like, "Boop," and then here's Echo just rain out shots, but then the sound of exasperation when everybody's like, oh, I'm actually okay, and Spice is gonna go, that's not good, and I'm going to. I went around these guys.
Yep,
I went around these guys.
you did.
Search for Echo's familiar mind, feel it in like a field of danger, and I'm gonna go, Echo, you got this. You can take him down, and you don't get all of it. I'm sorry.
I would love to have any of it. Do you need to see me?
Just taking damage. Blah 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 blah. I don't think so.
But I have to be within 30
Within
feet.
30 feet.
If I'm doing it telepathically,
Oh yeah.
I get 120 fucking feet.
You
So-
don't have to
Yeah,
see
you're all
me?
set.
No, I don't think so. I've never been able to see it, so so you get 18 points.
I'll take the thing.
Yeah, and a lot of this is because Spice is a Lashunta and they're able to communicate telepathically. As long as they're kind of in the same direction, they're able to do it. Anything else, Spice?
Nope, that's fine. That's all I got.
So you feel that effect take place, Echo. Gibbs, where you are currently, you like pop up again, like they turn, they like don't look super happy. You pop up again, they're gone.
Yeah, but Gibbs gets a sense that that beast is home, and like eyes are shining with satisfaction. Like Gibbs is pleased, and kind of like is smirking up, and then like drops her gaze and like sees Shades there, and just goes, and then like turns around and is like, and like kind of waddles off a little bit. But then kind of pulls out from her pocket the spell gem she got.
Okay.
And will kind of like break it, and then like the essence that's within kind of cast it into herself, teaching herself for a brief moment how to cast this spell, and will then like use her body to channel the spell, which is fucking burning ash cloud.
Yeah.
Which allows me to basically drop a 20-foot sphere here.
Sheesh.
Basically believing 100% that.
That gets them
So you can get everybody and Echo.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Echo.
Okay.
Because I believe that Echo can get out of this.
Echo, this
less than
is
18
friendship, okay?
Yeah.
This is called believe it.
Because the
shit,
gist
we
of
would've been
this is
your mirror image.
nothing happens until their turn.
Blow the fuck out of it.
And so, all of the creatures, and Echo can echolocate, can't see. No one can see. And then, when they end their turn within the cloud, that's when damage takes place.
That's pretty dope, right?
Yeah. So it's like, I know you're gonna be fine.
Gibbs, you crack this spell gem for the first time utilizing something like this, and in an instant, the entire air around you darkens. For some of you, you can feel thunder in the air, and for all of you, for just a brief moment, there is this moment of primordial fear that just cracks in as this gray ash just rolls from between the stones, between the bits of steel and concrete, and form this cloud that already begins to just drop bits of sparks and embers. And Gibbs, for you, all the way across on the edge of this effect, for a moment as these dark clouds swirl and fire begins to fall, you can see a Yosoki looking back at you, old, ancient, and then passes away and you see nothing else. But no problem, you cast that spell. Anything else, Gibbs?
And I'd heard Bubs calling out, so starts to sort of make the way towards, but kind of casts over her shoulder, like, I'm not medical officer, but is obviously being sarcastic because she's gonna go help Bubs.
Okay, so turning around, you're just like, I'm not the medical officer, and you just can run away. But no problem, that is your turn.
And this is
Gibbs.
the whole 20 feet is fucked up.
Yeah, it's a huge effect. And so that is your turn, Gibbs. That brings us to the divers. So, as this cloud rolls in around them, because it doesn't take effect until the end of their turn,
They have to get out of the cloud in order for it to not work.
and they're not, because of the way that they perceive, they're not really aware of it.
Fuck! I forgot!
And so they're just they're gonna stand. They're standing right in here, basically. So they're gonna swing around a little bit. And actually, I think one of them will get out. But the rest of them are just basically consolidating around Echo.
Wow, Echo.
Keep echolocation though, you're gonna be fine.
He's
gonna be
run
fine.
all
As
the way
long as
around.
they
So
run
actually,
up the
two are
stairs
gonna
or
get out.
of.
I know.
How are they gonna get out of there?
They're going to run up the stairs.
So, Echo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna be taking 6 attacks.
Okay. Well, Echo's gonna die right there first.
They have been. Oh no, Echo doesn't know about the helmets, guys.
Echo.
And you
Okay,
have your
so
hologram.
does a 20 hit your KAC?
No,
21.
no.
Echo. though you take 6 attacks, not a single one hits. Carol, as you pull down the SMG, every single bullet misses. They swing at you. You like close your eyes, and as you open them, they all miss.
Why don't we just call it a draw?
Yeah, at this point, you can see like you kind of shrug, they kind of shrug, but yeah, there's not a single hit amongst those. Absolutely abysmal rolls all around, and they end their turn. Now, because they end their turn, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them are going to be in there. All of them except for the 2 that are on the other side of the cat. And so what happens to
They
them?
take 4 damage.
4 points of damage.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of.
wanted that to be so much more.
It's kind of a very like.
But it's like a little bit of damage.
It's
to
mostly for the
everyone.
blindness, but I forgot that they don't use sight to like hit you.
So that is their turn, and that is going to bring us to the top of the round, Shade. Shade, over across the way, you watch as this huge, like, cloud of embers and ash just rolls into the place and kind of consumes that whole, like, end of the space.
Cool. Move action. I can get to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my amplified glitch. I think I can use it on everyone except for this guy because he's already been affected by it before. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Which means that it's was it 15 plus 7 plus the KAC of the highest one, I think, is the
Plus the CR.
or sorry, yeah, not the KAC. That would be
Is it AoE or is it? Or do you choose
it's
target?
I choose they have to be
Very
within
nice.
20 feet of each other. So it's kind of like if I can hit one, then
Oh,
I
you
can
choose
link them
targets,
all.
not. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Oh, I threw that die away because it has been a sad die.
Yeah.
And how many is it? How many people is it?
7.
7. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see how these numbies look. So that's 33,
Okay.
and it's the whatever the DC is.
That is a failure.
Damn.
Very close. It was a 35.
Damn. All right, that's move action, exocortex, and then I guess I'm just gonna shoot at the nearest one.
Okay.
Oh, you're shooting into the black cloud though, so they get concealment. They have total concealment from you.
That adds to their AC.
Oh, okay. Then I'll shoot the one that I can see clearly up here.
Yeah, no problem. Just above the fiery cloud.
That's gonna hit.
Oh, the attacker
17 on
can't
the
use
die.
sight to locate the target.
Oh, like
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I was still on my own.
so that's I think it's like a 30 something to hit.
I mean, yeah, that hits.
It was a 17 on the die, but my sheet just exploded, so I can't see my bonus right now.
Yeah, that will almost certainly hit.
Nice. That's gonna be 12. Sorry, math. 12 points of ENF.
Okay, 12 points of ENF damage. And now, every single person, every diver, has a little damage.
Nice.
At least.
Nice.
Finally unwounded the last unhurt
We've
individual.
gotten back to our MO.
Yep.
It only took us a session to get. We just had to shake the rust off. We're good. We're good.
So, anything else?
That's it for me.
Alrighty, that is your turn. Shade Bubbles. What would you like to do?
He's just going to plan to attack these persons. So in flavor, how I'm going to do it is Bubs is just going to try to fight through the sickness.
Okay. Sure.
I'll get you guys.
Yeah.
Vomits.
And
How
you just
long does it last?
vomit all over. 6 turns.
Did you say you're down with the sickness?
You kind of are. And so as you vomit on Spice, you vomit on this guy. I mean, there's just bubbles insides, outside, everywhere. But that is your turn, Bubbles. Echo, what would you like to do?
Is my guy at the top of the stairs within 30 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful, I know what you're saying. Echo's going to stealth burst from the clouds using the clouds as cover
Okay.
So,
Absolutely.
for a natural 20.
Woo! We love it.
Up to the top.
Echo.
Not up to the top, but like almost on the
I'm
way
gonna
up.
put you on
And
the top.
take a
'cause-
+4 conditional modifier for that natural 20.
It's a dirty 20.
Against.
Oh.
Cold and piercing.
KAC. I think.
Is there any kind of negatives? Because that's a miss.
Bummer.
Oh, doesn't she have height advantage though?
No, because they're on the same plane. Dang.
That is a miss, unfortunately. You explode from the
That was cool
So
though.
stealthy, but
They don't see you.
my goal was to like just leap myself off the thing and shoot as I was falling, so this makes sense.
I mean, so is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Cool. That does provoke an attack of opportunity.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, right.
Because on the other side of the fence, on your side of the fence. This way, there.
Leap over to the other side. You try to shoot, but you are like there's smoke and soot in your eyes, and you have to kind of clear it away. You miss, but you land. Both you and the other Echo. Anything else?
Full action, but hey, I made it out without getting hit.
Yes, you did.
And that brings us to Spice. Gibbs, you're on deck. Spice, what would you like to do?
Spice is going to still. She can't see Echo, but she's gonna track them. She's going to feel Echo struggling to get out and grant you a hurry.
Okay. Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah,
So from the top, Echo, you miss, you leap down, but even as you hit the ground, it's like there's extra energy building in your legs.
And also just position herself. She feels Echo going this way. She's gonna turn around and brace herself.
Okay. So you kind of put yourself right in the middle of everything. That is your turn, Spice. Gibbs, what would you like to do?
Gibbs is gonna approach Bubs. But Gibbs has the Wastelander feat, so doesn't actually get nauseated herself, and starts to rifle through her medical equipment, is smelling salts, no, that won't work, and bandages. No, he's not bleeding.
Bubbles, through your squinting eyes, you just threw up. You look, and Gibbs comes over and reaches down, puts a little bit of your vomit on her finger, and just. Now, and just kind of keeps going through this stuff. Wastelander, really, really hardy, yeah.
Yeah. Can I medicine check this?
You can.
See if I can end it early?
You absolutely can.
Cool.
In Bub's mind, vomit doesn't have taste, so he doesn't think it's gross. Actually, it still think it's gross.
Yeah, it would feel bad.
No,
it would hurt.
Bubbles would think
23.
By sight
23?
alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a 23. Well,
Sticky bile.
And I've got kits and stuff.
I know, I just thought of a way I could do this. Give me a
Nice.
second here. Okay.
I pull out
so
an EpiPen.
you rush over to where Bubbles is, and Bubbles is just vomiting all over the ground. And Bubbles, this is really the loss of control is what really sucks about this for you. But you come up, and as he's just vomiting everywhere, you remember you have some Pepto-Bismol, and you pull it out, and it's just the exact same kind that you gave to Bubbles, but you store this with your liquids and stuff, and so it has fuzz on it, and you kind of scrape the fuzz off, collect the fuzz in your hand, and just throw that at Bubbles. And it sinks into you, Bubbles. You feel more nauseous on the one hand, but the nausea goes away. And you are no longer nauseated, you just feel gross. Anything else, Gibbs?
I don't know what you did, Gibbs, but it feels like you just cheered me with hitting me with a bullet train or something.
You're welcome.
Anything else, Gibbs?
No, I was just waiting for the thank you.
Alrighty. Gibbs, you take a free action, thank you. That brings us to the
I get a triggering
divers.
attack if I want something better, I can attack. That was my trigger.
I don't think there's anybody for you to hit.
There's two guys in front of me.
You're a space away. Do you have a reach?
I have 10 feet reach.
Oh, then yeah, absolutely,
I
yeah.
gotta go.
This is my Wisp ally. It still lives there for now. It's
So
taking space.
Gibbs comes up, just basically spits in her mouth, and though that is
Oh my
awful,
God,
you're
I
able to
hate
just
it.
pull yourself up, almost driven by how gross it is, into a
I don't
rage.
know.
This is gonna be a full attack.
Oh, that was in this little cube. Sorry, we're just fucking with it.
That is a 7 plus 9, 16.
16 is not a hit.
Okay, second attack. Ooh, that's worse. That's 5.
5. You slam the Dothko down again, and all you're doing is just destroying this floor. But if that is your objective, you're doing it real well. Anything
Yeah,
else,
we'll get
Bubbles?
through the whole door, the downstairs.
Oh yeah, it just beat through the floor.
We all of a sudden the floor goes.
Echo, what would you like to do?
Echo's got a move action, so that's cool. We like move actions. Echo.
Can you send your mimic?
It's not a.
It's
It
a
doesn't
mirror
actually do
image.
anything. It just protects me from getting hit.
It's double. Fucking,
Mirror image.
Yeah.
Mirror image.
I was gonna
It's
say,
a
What you
shadow
doing?
me.
double team.
Double team.
I wish you could send it somewhere else.
Echo is going. Oh wait, if I have 2 move actions, I can quote break up my movement.
You can.
Echo's got 2 SMGs.
Mm.
Echo's gotta go back.
Nice. Pick up the other one.
It's
Try one more round. Let's
Where you
see
going?
if this one
going
hits.
for that 15-foot code again. Right in.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, it's sprayed.
You explode from the smoke. You look behind you. Everybody's still standing. You could hear one guy who's screaming. He's like, "Ah, I'm hit. I'm all right." And then you just rush back on the other side.
So many.
Round 2. Here we go.
Okay. Oh shit! Last time I never added my modifier.
That's kind of an important thing. I was wondering how that was all so low. Okay, so what we got here?
Okay. We've got a 25,
That hits.
a 24,
That hits.
a 19.
That misses.
Okay, so you got 2 hits.
Still 2 hits. That's still better than last
Still 2
time.
hits. Cool. Echo's gonna hold on to this one.
Is that all of the people's? Don't
It's
you-
just it.
No, I get
the cone, right?
the cone.
Yeah.
Isn't that these 5?
Yeah.
So that's
But the other roll was lower
7
than
points of
that.
piercing
Gotcha.
damage to the 2 that I hit.
Okay. They're starting to look pretty rough. Those 2 especially. In total, 3 of the remaining guys are not looking great. But they're up. Anything else?
Echo runs and ducks behind the destroyed Matrix couch.
So you rush and you leap over and you land, and there's like, all kinds of like strobe lights that might look like bullet fire, but you're behind this couch. Anything else, Echo?
That is it.
All right, that's Echo's turn. That brings us to Spice.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that it was gonna be my turn. I'm going to. Let's see what do I got in my spells. I'm going to see this guy in front of me who's holding the 2 flames of fire, but is not actually in game. So, and I'm gonna go over here. You're gonna miss me if you don't look. And she's going to clap her hands together and cast Daze on this motherfucker.
Okay.
This guy?
Yeah.
That is a Fortitude saving throw. Will, right?
That is a will save.
Pretty good for a total of 17.
Oh, Mita Bita.
okay.
Fuck.
And so undazed is this individual. Anything else, Spice?
I need the yellow one mostly, but
I guess
Here, I'll just keep them all to you.
I'm going to. Well, no, I'm gonna
Get them
stay
with
where I
my
am
fucking
just in
sausage
case.
fingers.
Okay, no problem.
Yep.
You stay where you are. You look one direction, you look the other, and you can feel Echo
wanna-
getting hurt on one
Yeah,
side. It's
make sure
challenging.
that I can still reach everybody with my mind, but I don't want to get hit. So.
No problem. Gibbs, what would you like to do?
I would like to move action, attach the Wisp Ally to the guy that Bubs has been struggling to hit.
Okay.
That will help.
It's struggling to hit.
Yeah, I'm trying.
feel
And then I don't really want to use any resources, so I'm gonna try and I guess swift action to change from my staff to my gun.
Yep.
Okay. Then I want to shoot somebody.
Okay. So stowing the staff, you pull out your.
Natural 20 EAC. Yes.
So that hits.
And that's my reality pistol.
So you roll
it
damage,
does
double
some
on the
cool
dice,
shit.
and you get there's a critical effect, I believe. with the
Yeah,
dice.
so it's a non-lethal weapon, just FYI.
Yep.
Reality pistol.
Wow, fun.
Yeah, it does some crazy shit.
Reality itself.
Okay. Okay, so my damage is my damage is on my sheet.
I'll buy it.
So roll a D100.
2d6.
Or sorry. No, they are confused,
Yeah.
and they're not going to get a save because that is a critical hit.
So 8 damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, double the dice. Plus 9 is 17 damage.
Oh, well, there is no critical effect because you erase them off of the map.
Oh, but they have to be unconscious because
Yeah.
this is a.
And so you level this weapon, and Gibbs, you feel satisfaction. You know that dragon is home, and so you all of your training, the very little that you have, comes back to you. You use both hands on the grip. You spread your legs just shoulder length apart. You take a deep breath and you fire, and you hit this guy dead in the chest where your wisp ally already holding him down. Like, very, very easy shot. And this just strikes true. And as it hits, the whole thing just crawls across their body, and you watch as the skin kind of loses color and they just pass out.
So I hit this guy that doesn't have a
Okay,
ally.
cool. No worries.
Okay, cool.
Anything else?
No, move action, swift action, full action.
Okay, that's actually even better for you because that guy looks worse.
Yeah.
So that is your turn, Gibbs. That brings us to the divers. They have all been left in this smoky cloud, and they can't really. Oh no, they still can. Okay, no problem. However, they all have to use all of their movement to like climb over the couch, and there's not a single attack that can be made against Echo. But the party is moving.
This corner is still getting the negatives.
It is, yeah.
From the strobing.
Yep. Going out of this corner.
Yeah. But it's only for ranged attacks, right?
Correct. Ranged weapon attacks specifically. So Echo, there is the beeping and the thump of feet as the entire horde of divers make their way over. Oh, right.
Sorry, don't want you to forget that beefcake.
No, but unlike the other ones, he is going to end up right here, going after Shade, because he's the only one that can see Shade. So dropping down from that level, he rushes over and climbs up. That is his turn. That is the diver's turn. That brings us to Shade. Shade, he gets up onto the same level as you. You can see he pulls this, like, what looks like at one point, maybe it was like a paper cutter, now like broken away from the device and is used like a huge chopping blade. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stab him.
Okay, make your attack roll.
I'm gonna stab him probably. I keep rolling really poorly tonight.
Same.
That's like a 17.
17 is a miss, unfortunately. And so unable to strike home, he gets up, you strike, he swings underneath. You are both still there.
I'm gonna move action, jump over to here.
It does provoke an attack of opportunity.
I don't give a fuck.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
That misses.
KSC. Alrighty.
And I'm gonna get up in this guy's face and
Yeah, make your attack roll. You're going to.
I'm doing the distracting hack
Gotcha. Okay.
on I guess the most threatening to Echo in this group here.
Okay, no problem. They're all pretty threatening to Echo.
Yeah, so it's kind of whichever one is like immediately. It's a 28.
Okay, so they're distracted.
Okay, and that's it for me.
Cool. That is your turn, Shade. That brings us to Bubbles.
I'm gonna try to hit this guy.
One of these guys is platform.
The guy right next to you, Bubbles, has that wisp ally attached to him.
Bubs is just trying to shake off the last of his vomit sweats, and just do a standard attack. And he's just going to kind of just like go for the side of his kidney. And that's a 12 plus 13. That's a 25.
25 hits.
Okay, please. Wow, that's horrible. That's 3 plus 17, so 20.
That's still enough.
Yeah.
You swing it around, and though this is the only time that you've hit, I mean, this is a huge Dothko, and this is like an emaciated dude. You break him in half. I mean, swinging this Dothko, you hear bones crack as he folds over and then just slides across the pavement.
And after that, Bubs like kind of rests on his weapon for a second. He like lets out like a little burp where he like
Yeah.
he doesn't taste it, but he can feel like the acidic buildup in it.
Everybody around you can taste it. Yeah, it's not good. That is your turn, Bubbles. That brings us to Echo.
So we're back here again.
We're back here again.
Back here again.
You can guarded step over the couch.
Don't know if I can. Can I guarded step over a couch?
Not really.
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
You could guard step onto the couch, and then you're out of way, and then
onto the couch.
Guys,
What you doing?
Guards. No, because that's my move action, and
Yeah,
then
I
I won't
fucked it
go
up.
anywhere.
What you doing?
Echo's gonna jump over the couch and run away.
Provoking
up the
a lot of
stairs.
attacks of opportunities?
So many over the couch.
Oh no.
Over the couch? Yeah, it'll still provoke 3. I
That's
think.
still only 3.
Yeah,
From guys who haven't hit me very much.
it's true.
And one of them is flat-footed, so they can't take a reaction.
That is true. So they will not go. 24 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold for
Cat.
And the other one's a 25.
Cat or not?
Oh, bye.
That one hits the cat.
Okay. So
That's
the
gone.
cat takes 13 points of slashing damage. Echo, you only take 9.
Sweet. I'm still alive.
So you run away.
I ran away.
Where are you going?
60 feet that way.
Okay.
No, up the stairs. We'll go up the stairs.
This way?
Other way.
Other
Other way.
stairs.
Other way.
Other stairs. Yeah, those stairs.
So you just dart. You clear through the kelp. You make it up to the top. You turn.
I'm not doing great.
I think 60 feet's here, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, cat.
Cool. So you rush. You are moving fast. That is your turn. Echo, Spice.
Spice. Ooh,
I guess yeah, you can go
goddamn.
up this way if you want to. I'm gonna put you here, though.
All right, with her mind, she's going to bet
Could be that,
to
but-
shade. Oh wait, no, I still can. Hurry's different, so I can do it to you again. You feel the touch of Spice's familiar telepathicness.
If I do, I don't think you've ever used that on me.
Oh well, surprise! You feel somebody intruding your mind.
It's the touch, the feel of cotton.
Yes, and you get a. It's very curt. She just says, "Shade, get the fuck out of there," and grants you hurry again.
There you go. So Shade, you feel that hurried sensation sink in. That brings us to Gibbs.
Okay, thematically, Gibbs is gonna like splash in the vomit puddle to
Okay.
get her feet wet, and then we'll use that to sort of skitter using Heelys.
Okay. So slip and slide with
Slip
the
and
Heelys.
slide with the vomit, with the Heelys, so she can move 40 feet. And we'll. Oh shit! I can't heal you because I have to move to get to you. Realizes that when these people move, that they can't attack.
When
Or
they move with Echo, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm like gonna taunt them to try and get them to move over the fence and burn some energy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like, I killed your king, your guy, the black eyes guy. Like,
Make an intimidation check.
he's stupid. I got good bonuses on this. What, 12?
12. Okay. You yell that, and you're not sure how much they hear, but that is your turn. Gibbs. It
I
does
have a
bring
plus
us
10.
To the divers.
So I
Is
rolled
there
a 2.
Anything else, Gibbs?
So that was move action, and yeah, try to intimidate. And then I just sort of like waiting for Echo to get into my purview.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Excellent.
Do I get an attack?
You do.
of
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
I'll use that.
He's going to be like on the couch for
my
you. He'll be here. 1, 2,
Chased.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Echo's only taken 2
I
strikes.
was gonna say
The
they
attack of
have to.
opportunity is gonna hit.
They have
Okay,
to
yeah, that will.
Right.
Roll damage on that.
And
pass
then
their full
you'll-
movement.
And
Yeah.
that's with my swad. So
I'm trying to
that's
catch up to you,
D10
so-
actually.
Is it a free action?
Wow, look at that.
Oh, that was cool.
I keep blanking on communication rules. Is it a free action or just shout whenever?
I mean, like,
My turn?
on your turn, yeah.
18 slashies.
18 slashes. So, as this one comes like roaring around, you
I just stick
cut
my
him
hand-
in half. Yeah, he cuts himself in half, really. They just cut themselves.
Hang on a sec.
And just, and the legs kind of take 3 more steps and then fall. And there is only one that gets an attack against you, Echo. That is only going to be, actually, that's only going to be an 11 to hit.
Nice.
And so that is not going to hit you. You take 2 attacks, Shade. Shade, the only one that's probably going to hit is a 25.
KAC or EAC?
KAC.
Miss.
Oh, there you go. So clangs right off, but as the divers like surge forwards, they're unable to do anything. That does bring us to the top of the round. This is going to be the final round for tonight. Even if we're unable to finish it, unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap it up. However, you guys are in a good position to finish it in this round, for what it's worth. Shade, what would you like to do?
I'm going to go ahead and use my distracting hack exocortex action.
Okay.
Question again. It's a move action to use distracting hack,
Okay.
which I can use with my exocortex because my exocortex has an effective standard action that can be used just for computers checks. Can I use my second move action to do a second distracting hack?
No. Yeah, I like the thought, but no.
Yeah. Okay. So first one, that's not super high. 23.
23.
Against sense motive, the DC is either 15
That is not
plus
high
1.5.
enough,
Yeah. So then I'm just gonna straight up. Second question: can I do a full action attack if I use one movement to move and then the other one as part of the full action?
You can. So if you use just one movement to move, you still have your full action, and so you can use a full action attack. If you've done anything else,
Okay.
you won't be able to.
I'm gonna full action attack.
Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna attack the guy that's closest to me there. Nice. First one's gonna be a 30 minus 4.
Yeah, that hits.
So 26. And then I'll roll the second one now anyway. Second one's not gonna hit. That was a 2 minus. Yeah, 2.
Roll damage.
11. And that's 7. Sorry. Full action attack. That's 17 slashing damage.
17 slashing damage. So you hold your sword out, one cuts itself in half running by you. You thrust the sword forward, then reverse your grip, and then just slide it right back behind you, and you just completely skewer that guy as he like is about to hit you and is impaled. And then just like slides off the blade dead.
And then I'm going to second move action, jump over to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and get like next to Echo, or I guess if Echo's there.
Yeah, no worries. You guys are on the stairs. There's that individual there. Both of those two divers look bad. The other two that are up look a little bit better, but or the other ones that are up look a little bit better, but they're all hurt. Anything else, Shade?
That is it for me.
Bubbles, what would you like to
Okay,
do?
so this is gonna be a bit complex, but it's a charge move.
Okay.
And I'm going to incline as I move up. I can move 60 feet, but for the charge,
You're going to charge over the fence and try
I'm
to go
going
after
up.
that guy?
Yeah, I'm going up.
Yeah, you can absolutely try that. I love that.
Well, because you have flying.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, that's what makes it possible. So, no problem. Make
I
your...
just take a -2 to the attack.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And this is just going to be, it's a standard attack anyways when it's
Yeah.
a charge. That's an 8 plus 13 minus 2 is 21 minus 19.
That is a miss, unfortunately. So you swing and propelling yourself over. You catch your foot just a bit on the fence, and that makes you swing wide. But no problem. Anything else? Bubbles.
I think -2 to my AC next round.
Okay,
That's
no
it.
worries. You land a little bit off kilter. But Echo, what would you like to do?
Echo makes a move to like be like they're gonna run away and pulls out the clockwork sword.
Okay.
Oh shit, I forgot about the clockwork swords.
It's in my
Don't sleep on the
inventory.
clockwork
Yeah,
sword.
no,
Don't
those are
sleep on
good.
them. Those are D12s.
Yeah.
Hold, please.
I do that all the time. I don't know why.
They're right next to each other in my bag.
Hmm.
All right. So we're going to go slash.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The highest I rolled is an 18.
Total? That's a miss, unfortunately. So you slash, they go left and right and are able to dodge around. Between you, Shade, and these four, it is just a melee on the stairs. But anything else, Echo?
That's a full Full action.
Spice, what would you like to do?
Spice takes out her sniper, sets a heart shape, scope, whatever, line of sight, through the fence at one of these guys, whichever one is most threatening. Shade. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, make your attack roll.
I'm like Gibbs duck.
I'm very small.
Oh,
Quack, quack.
not gonna be good. That is a 12 to hit.
12
You
is a
rolled
miss.
low.
So, unfortunately, you hit
What? Nope. Never mind.
the fence, and it just doesn't seem to carry the projectile through. Anything else?
Fence is
Spice?
like, oh, I've been hit.
I'm gonna move up.
Okay. You get a little closer, maybe try to take a shot next turn, but that is your turn, Spice. Gibbs.
I'm gonna free action lifelink echo, healing you for 8, taking 8 damage.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah, it sucks,
Yeah.
but I'll do it.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Literally, like the text does not allow me to do that.
Yeah.
I can't put myself down with it.
That makes sense.
I don't want to use a level 2 spell, so I'm going to take the penalty and shoot a gun. But these guys is this corner impacted?
By no. That's out of the strobes.
Great. Then I'm gonna shoot hopefully one of those guys in front of Shade.
Make your attack roll. Natural 20.
I wish.
17.
17 is a miss, unfortunately.
Wow.
Is it like natural 20 or bust with the one?
Yeah.
You just fire throwing through the holes of the fence, but that is Gibbs' turn, and that does bring us to the divers. On their final turn, I think probably we're gonna have these guys.
That's a good idea of just running around the base. I'm like, oh, we can get them in this last turn.
I
They're
thought that
all
as
having to
well.
pile up here.
I literally was like, this
hubris.
is like, we just run around the base and like.
That was my
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
Shade, you are just gonna take 2 attacks from 2 of them, and then 1 attack from another. The first one is going to miss because one of them, two. The first one misses.
How bad does it miss?
Bad, like
Kill
11.
Yes.
Not a natural one. So does a 21 hit?
No.
Okay. And the final one, that's not going to hit either. So again, as they all attack, it's you, Echo, these 2 guys just fighting in this confined space, and nobody is able to get the upper hand. And because it is 9:45, it will be at least 1 more week until we see who does. But at this moment, there are only a few divers left. In the strobes here, you are coming to the end of this battle. There is still a floor left beneath you, and we'll see what that holds next week. Thank you for joining us for this session of Mosaic Team 5. We'll see you later. Bye.